Codenames. It's Tim and not Evan, because Evan is on vacation. So how you guys doing? We're here to play Codenames live. Oh, I love my hair today. So say hi to everybody that's here. Ladies and gentlemen, you know how the game works. We've got two team captains. Our standard team captain, Jason, has brought a guest. And our special guest captain, Brendan, has brought a guest as well, which means I don't get to play. And I also forgot to pour my gin. Ugh, so much to do, so little time. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get going very quick. But first, Jason, who have you brought with you?
None other than the extraordinaire of Friday Night's Battle, and every Friday Night's Battle, Mr. Paul.
Hello.
Apparently he doesn't speak English. This is going to go very well.
I am the king of
Have you brought anybody who speaks English?
Yes. Sort of. Gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Hollywood Heart. Logan Avery-Cooper.
Welcome back to the show, Logan. Logan, an absolute crowd favorite. Crowd favorite. Nobody on the show would rank him in the top 5, but the crowd loves you.
Can I just say it looked like a used car sales guy just lost his job?
That was the one that could speak English.
No, I can't.
Someone needs headphones. Crazy echoes. Oh, the echoes. Oh, only Tim is not echoing? Okay. Fun. How do we fix that? Brendan,
is somebody watching the Twitch doesn't have mute it?
I don't think. Okay, so you guys can hear me fine, and there's no. But you guys are getting. Okay. So here, we're gonna do a quick test with the people. Yeah, Twitch video is definitely not muted in a few places. Okay, I'm gonna turn everybody down except Brendan because you're all coming in from Twitch anyway. So. Now, roll call so we can make sure there's no echo. Brendan, how are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for asking. I'm Brendan.
Jason, how are you?
Don't
fucking start.
I'm doing well.
Logan, how are
I
you?
have homemade iced tea.
I'm doing great, Tim. How are you?
I will be fine as soon as the chat tells me that they can hear you guys and there's no more echo. Paul, how are you?
I am great with some very cold gin that has tea in it.
All right, chat. Did that work? There's no echo now, but you can hear everybody. Yay! I fixed the problem.
We fixed it.
Good. It was an easy fix.
For those of you scoring at home, it took us 10 seconds before we started missing Evan.
I know, right? It took me, I started missing Evan at the end of Thursday's show when he said, I can't do next Thursday because I'm on vacation. But now we're going to have fun now. If you haven't been here before, this is Codenames Live. I am your temporary host, Tim Riel, and we're going to be playing this game. As you can see in the middle of your screen, there are 5x5 cards with names on them. These cards represent people at a party. Some of these people are just people, but 9 of them are red spies, and 8 of them are blue spies. And our team captains are talking to them over the radio, and they're trying to hook up with their own team. The way they do that is by telling their agents, Paul and Logan, who is on their team. But they have to do it secretly and spy-like. So what they're going to do is give one-word hints and then tell their agents how many words link to their one-word hint. For example, if there was a card that said hat and hair, you would combine them by saying something like head to, and hopefully your agent would be able to tap your card on the shoulder. But here's the real danger. One of these cards is an assassin. Right, Logan?
Yeah.
If you touch the assassin, the game is over and the other team wins automatically. I know the captains don't have any questions now. They've done this before. Guests, are there any questions on how to play the game?
Do we have to drink if we pick the right one or drink if we pick the wrong one?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I believe it is red team first. You go right ahead, and I'm going to go get a drink.
Let's go.
Well, I'm looking at the board, and I kind of want to come out firing because it's the first game. So, Logan, I have full confidence in your ability to
get this assassin. Let's do it.
Yeah.
First try. Let's go. Let's win.
Here we go. So, your clue is going to be... let me just make sure it's not going to tie into anything else, possibly. I'm going to go with laptop 3.
Ooh. 3.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Coming out swinging.
Laptop 3. Well, I'm going to go with Apple first. I think that's pretty fair for laptop. They have some pretty good laptops.
Nice.
Fruit, not a computer.
Let's do that. I'm liking battery for laptop. I think you got to have one of those.
Attaboy.
I do like laptop bombs, so I think I'm gonna choose that laptop bombs.
Laptop bombs?
No, I think I'm gonna go with server. I think server might be the one. I'm gonna go with server. And I'm gonna end guessing. Let's do it.
Wow.
Yes, very good,
My
very well played. We got 3 for 3, hopefully.
Captain, I think we're in trouble.
Unless Logan made a connection that Brendan did not intend. Oh, that could have happened. Jason, you've had time. What are your guesses? Give us your hint.
Well, seeing as how they came out with 3, I feel obligated to go for 4. But there are only 3. So it's going to say 4 just to upstage them, but there are only 3. So don't use the last one.
Oh,
I'm going to
For sure use the last one.
I'm going to say mammal 4, but there are only 3.
Jason, very confident that Paul can get even 3. This is going to be good.
That means get the 4th one.
well,
It's difficult not to.
I've met a lot of mammals in New York City, and New York City's in New York State, and so is Buffalo. So I'm going to choose Buffalo.
A lot of good connections.
For that. But a lot of people who have lived in Buffalo will move to California. And California, the state flag features a bear. So I'm going to select bear as well.
I like it.
And a lot of bears, like, for example, polar bears, like to live on the ice. And I really think that the ice is there. But ice is normally delivered by nurses.
I heard it's delivered by polar bears. You should probably pick ice for sure.
And
now, for some reason, we are highlighting the cards you are going to choose, but they are not chosen.
Yeah, you gotta push the yellow thing.
Oh,
yellow button.
Okay, there we go for buffalo and bear, but a leprechaun obviously has a lot of mammalian features.
And if Paul had been watching the previous episodes of Codenames, he would know that a leprechaun is indeed a mammal.
Ooh.
It is a mammal. We learned that the other day.
It's a good thing that I have not watched it, because I don't want to make Jason uneasy. I am.
That was just a normal, everyday person. I am so sorry, Paul. I do appreciate you starting this game by playing Minesweeper, by planting flags. This is going to be very fun. Paul, this is your first time on the show. How are you enjoying yourself so far, other than the fact that we were very neglectful in prepping you on how to play?
I feel completely and totally and utterly confidently lost. So I think that's very similar to how I treat every day.
Yes, that is what we're trying to get It's what we're trying to bring with this show. Brendan, have you had enough time to come up with a new hint for Logan?
I think so. And I want to see if this is going to work. I'm going to go with Ambassador 2.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Fancy.
Gee, I see at least 4.
That's
That
a
could
triple word score.
Well, I'm going to hope that Embassy is one. It better be Embassy.
be. This is usually where you keep the spies.
Nope.
Isn't it?
That's ours. Yeah, I got it. They have ambassadors at embassies. Okay, good. We're not blue. We were doing this. I don't think they have any embassies on Saturn yet, so I don't think I can choose that one.
Yet, important part of that sentence, yet.
Yeah, they could also have robot ambassadors. They should probably invest in that. I think that would be a good idea.
That's once we develop the AI that will kill us all. There will be robot ambassadors.
Cat ambassadors? Cat ambassadors are so cute. I'm going to choose Australia. I think they have an ambassador. So no!
Oh, that was bad miss.
Sorry.
And
No,
you're
that's
actually
okay.
in Ottawa, Logan? You don't know about ambassadors?
To be fair, Australia does have an ambassador. I believe this is solely Brendan's fault. Jason,
And
have
they
you got
don't
time to
let
come up
me
with new
into
hints?
embassy. They don't let me into
Yeah.
embassies.
I'm pretty sure the Australian ambassador to Canada is an actual kangaroo. I read that.
Probably.
I read that on
There
Beaverton.
certainly are a lot of them. Hey,
gonna
people in
go
the
with,
chat, I noticed that a lot of you have stopped giving help to our guessers. Clearly, they need it, so please allow them the ability to cheat.
I'm gonna go with the correct number because apparently I was not clear enough about how many mammals there were in the previous guessing. So I'm gonna go with clothing 2.
Clothing, 2. Well, first off, it is a verb, but it's something that you do to multiple versions of clothing. So I'm selecting tie. And if I was to possibly horn in on another answer, I would say it would have to be a shoehorn. And if I take a bonus guess at this point in time, meow.
Yes, cats are in fact mammals.
It turns
As
out
are nurses. I haven't seen a reptilian nurse yet.
they're all lizard people. Paul, Brendan, have you had time to
wrong,
think of a new clue?
Oh,
Social
man.
climate to be picking on nurses like that, Tim.
I'm not
They're
picking
getting
on them.
that.
The lizard people rule the world. They are picking on us, if I know my conspiracy theories.
When you say your conspiracy theories, you mean the ones you yourself have written and
Yeah.
authored.
Which other ones would I mean?
Other people's
And I want to thank Derplo Planet that cat clothes are very cute. So thank you.
Yeah. Derpel, one of the earliest fans of the show. Thanks, Derpel, for stopping by, saying hi. We're always glad to see you, brother.
long time
And
fan.
Silverial,
and I
I'm glad that I can assist your habit.
I believe that is Sylvie Riel, Tim's mom.
That's my mom.
Oh, that's
yeah,
your
my
mom.
mom's
That's
always in there.
your puff mama. Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Brendan
I love
has
it
an
how
idea.
people are now, older people are now, because it's legal, think they're being big rebels by smoking pot publicly.
I love that you're picking fights with my mom right now.
I'm going to give a clue. That's okay.
Yeah. Can you
I mean,
please?
we've only been waiting. We're stalling for you.
Well, I wasn't able to talk, guys.
Have you seen a doctor about that?
No.
It's probably for the best because they would have like a reptile nurse.
Oh, my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Come on,
Brendan's clue.
Here
Please,
goes
for the love of God.
Aniston 2.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
Fancy clue.
I wonder if he knows the things.
No.
I know which two I would pick.
The Jennifer Aniston is in fact a robot leprechaun?
Or the Great War that was fought in the Aniston years.
Over Aniston.
Yeah, the war. There was a war fought over Jennifer Aniston.
Did she ever dance? Was there a specific dance?
I don't know. I want to say contract, but
Hey, Mazel Tov! How you doing? Sorry to interrupt. Mazel Tov Cocktail has just showed up with 14 of his friends. Mazel Tov, another guy that we're super fans of, has his own Twitch stream. If you want to go over there and subscribe to him, he does some really cool stuff, and we do some.
I don't know,
really...
Brendan. I'm
Logan. I'm busy.
I'm super done.
I'm doing a job here. Go sign up for Mazel Tov stuff because he's the bomb. Oh, Danny's here too. Okay, we got to play this game, but we will talk to the people in the chat as soon as Logan does his job.
I don't know. I'm gonna click contract. I think I don't know. No, contract's not a good one. I don't know. I fucking lost. Sorry, Brendan. I have no idea.
Logan isn't a guy who understands friends.
Hey,
You know what, buddy?
people in the chat.
Just take guesses.
No, people in the chat.
cares?
It was Aniston too. Help our
know
buddy
what? I'm
out.
gonna go
He's got this. You can help him.
Dance? No. I tried
they
dance.
No, Jennifer Aniston
They
can't
dance in Friends. They do
They
dance.
do. You're
Jennifer
absolutely
Aniston
right.
cannot dance. It's well known, well documented.
But that could have also been the clue because of how badly she danced on Friends.
Okay.
It
we
wasn't
do
quite
have to
the
do
Elaine
some,
dance, but it wasn't
We have to
far
do
off.
some Twitch housekeeping. Let's say hi to some people. Who do we got over here?
Sorry, Brendan.
Hey, Tom.
AI Warmind, let's get this fire going. Yeah, the fire has been burning. This whole thing has been burning to the ground since we hit go. Who else is here? Danny's here. How you doing, Danny? Your stream was amazing, as usual. Derple's here. Siler. Hey, Siler, what's up? And Mazel Tov Cocktail. Always good to see you. Dirk Remington's here. Good. Okay, that's enough. We'll say hi to you guys later. We got a game to play. Jason, do you have your clue for
right.
Paul? Oh,
I
hold
do.
on. I should explain the game a little bit to the people who just came in. We're playing Codenames. Jason's going to give a clue. Paul's going to try to guess it. I will teach you more rules once this round is done. Jason, go ahead.
All right. I'm going to go with tall 3 for 2.
Ooh, tall. A lot of people, American Gods sort of challenged a lot of people to think about leprechauns as tall because the leprechaun in American Gods was a rather tall person.
And a Canadian actor.
And a Canadian actor.
How is tall 3 allowed? What does that even mean?
Tall 3,
That's
2?
2 words.
I did not catch that.
I'm not.
Shenanigans.
That's our special code that will tell me that I have to pick the wall.
Nice.
And of course there is the ultimate tall, which is it's when it's towering. And
You have
of
that bonus
course, I'll get the bonus. Is that the bonus poke that I'm getting,
Yes,
or is it
because
supposed to be tall with 3 clues?
tall 3, and then he said there were only 2 cards, so you have a bonus poke.
Okay. Possibly one of the greatest animated films of all time would have to be Iron Giant, and the Iron Giant was tall, and he was a robot.
All true things.
All true things. And
You should probably pick Robot.
yeah, I'm with the fact that Logan is thinking that robot's a good idea. I'm actually going to end guessing.
Okay, we're going to end guessing. So,
Don't feel bad by that sick burn, Logan. Dirple Panda is actually starting a Super Logan fan club.
yes.
What do you say?
He's starting a fan club, a Logan fan club, and is inviting our new rated members to join.
Oh, nice. And they also say whenever Blue makes a mistake, it's Brendan's fault. It's Brendan!
So,
That's right.
people who
Thanks
just
for
came in
playing.
on the raid, as you can see, the way this game works is there are words in the middle. We try to connect them with a single word, and the amount, we say a single word, and then we say a number. And that number says how many words, how many of those cards link up to that single word. If you want better rules explanation than that, show up sooner. Okay, Brendan, how are you feeling about
Here's the
your
clue.
guess?
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm going to go with costume 2.
Costume 2.
Jason,
My favorite part is that when they said whenever Blue makes a mistake, blame Brendan. So even when he fuck up Paul, it's still Brendan's fault.
Yes, because
I'm gonna go with
Brendan, the captain of the red team.
I'm gonna go with Leprechaun.
Very nice. You do have that
I
bonus
don't know what I'm
poke.
missing. I only have one poke, eh?
Yep, you have one bonus
And
poke
it
left.
always helps to think about like the heaviest element in a costume.
Let's
It's like the paint you used to eat.
I don't know about eating paint, Paul. You were a paint eater? I'm going with war. Let's go war.
Oh!
I don't know how he does it.
Ladies and
I don't know how he does it.
gentlemen,
Ambassador?
I was trying to get him to pick lead, and that would have been good for him.
the
but that was,
assassin hunter, Logan, strikes again. Logan just finding the assassins when there are nothing pointing at them.
Chat's making it clear that was Brendan's fault.
That was amazing.
Damn it, Brendan.
Oh, Logan, wow.
My God.
All right, so let's
Logan,
let's
thank
do
you for your unerring skill to find the assassin.
let's do some post-round
I'll do
wrap-ups
That's
here.
amazing.
Brendan, could you explain to us how Aniston 2 was lead and Leprechaun?
Yes, because she was the lead in the movie Leprechaun.
She was the lead. Okay, I didn't even know she was in the movie Leprechaun.
But Jennifer Aniston is a lead actress.
Good night, Siler. Have a good time. Thanks for stopping by.
Also
Night,
does a
Siler,
lot of
thanks for
war
dropping
movies.
by.
Sorry, we were talking to people in the chat. Go on.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to get
People
those,
more important than you.
to get those connections, Brendan.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Jason, was there anything Paul didn't pick
I'm really
up
glad
on?
that you found war out of my clues,
Yes.
though. That's
I just went for it. I should have picked contract. I did think contract was in there.
yeah. Well, that's it. Ambassadors are on a contract.
Okay, that's a stretch.
Also, like if you'd remembered that Logan was an avid war reenactor, you would have known he'd go straight to costume.
It's true.
I like war too, so
Okay,
Just the card game.
Jason, was there anything
And I
that
thought
Paul
was
didn't
lead,
pick up on?
Not,
Well, he went nurse before cat for mammal that first time, but we got it back.
That was tough. That was a
Um,
tough one.
I was just our lead was so commanding. I was debating what to do with the last clue, Saturn. I could have said like planet, or I could have like tried to go obscure and said like Kronos. See if anyone gets that one.
oof,
Well,
just to have me blow it on that one.
Yeah, I
And
probably
choose like contract because
I'm going to take off my host voice because we're going to do some inside baseball. We've been friends with Paul for a really, really long time, and we have played Codenames with Paul a lot. And Paul is the special kind of player that you want on your team because he can make these really intricate connections. So when Jason says I was going to say Kronos 1, Paul is literally the player you want on your team to make that hint. He will make that connection.
no, because I normally make connections that people don't expect.
All right, so
You know
can
what, though, when you're-
somebody
I would
clean
go
up
to
the board
second or
while this
third
happens?
degree.
Yep.
yeah, can you do that? That would be nice.
All right, people in the chat, who was the all-star of that round? You could choose someone on
I'm
the
gonna
red
say
team,
Logan,
but
obviously.
clearly,
And Brendan.
yeah,
It's Brendan.
Durple
Logan.
loves Logan.
I guess it's the white supremacist vibes that Logan gives off.
Do we have a new board
really,
yet? Come on, guys.
Well, what are you doing, Tim?
I'm trying to see if one of you guys wants to reset the next board, but you are not.
We don't know how. We can't.
We don't have the power to.
Oh, well,
We're
It's
not
only
able
you.
to.
look, I'm new to this. Evan will be back next week. Calm down.
We're all really looking forward to it.
Yes, we are.
Logie Bear.
Oh, this means I'm the spy master.
Yes, and Logan's team goes first. So while Logan is looking at the board and trying to think of things,
Sweet Jesus.
Brendan,
What was
has
that?
anything happened to you recently, let's say, like on the road?
Recently on the road?
Yes, have you had any issues with driving lately?
Well, I did get a new vehicle, and it rides like a dream. So that's nice. I barely drive because I work from home and daycares are still closed. So I'm happy to report that not a lot's happened in the world of driving, which is great because that means I haven't seen a minivan in weeks.
Excellent. Jason, have any streets in Montreal been named after a famous doctor?
Probably, like recently. I haven't even been in Montreal in 4 months.
Is he bit feeding us?
I'm bit feeding you. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'm doing what Jimmy Fallon does. God damn it, guys. Jesus, you had one job. You have crazy comedic bits, and I have to pretend like it's part of a normal conversation. God damn it, you guys.
Can we get a new board?
No, this is the board,
does that
Logan.
seamlessly when he does that.
I didn't say anything. Why did you say that to me? That's Paul.
Tim, by the way, I like that you were looking for a 5-minute story just now.
Great job,
Wait,
Tim.
Brendan, did you miss the part where I said Logan needs to look at the board?
Oh,
I'm already looking at the board.
Okay,
All right,
so you're
I'll
ready
get
with
ready
your
to get
clue?
my clue? Yeah, I was ready a minute ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get round 2 going. It is currently blue 1, red 0. Logan for the red team.
Empire 2.
Empire.
Okay, well,
2.
I'm going to go with Rome because that's an empire, and then you build Empire Casino. But casinos have roulette in them, and that dwarf empire. Oh, the ketchup empire built by Heinz. So we're going to go with Logan's reasoning, and I'm going to choose Boom.
Boom.
I'm going to go with Rome, as in Roman Empire.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I
can go
like
with
it.
Rome if
I
you
like
want
it.
to.
With
Pick Rome if you want to.
Casino keeps standing out to me as like, hey, let's pick Casino. I feel like there's an Empire Casino. Empire
Sure.
Strikes Back.
Don't do it.
Empire Cast.
Isn't that show with Steve Buscemi
Boardwalk.
called
Yeah.
Empire?
Boardwalk Empire.
Boardwalk
Empire, and it's all about a casino.
It's
Yeah,
literally
that's
not
what I'm
about
kinda
a
like.
casino.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's about a casino.
Yeah, whatever. I'm choosing Casino.
There you go.
Oh!
There we go. We lost right away.
Oh!
That's perfect.
The blue team comes back again, giving us exactly what we're waiting for. The Assassin! Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Today's
Never heard of
winner,
Empire Casino.
the blue team, Jason and Paul, have won the game. Congratulations,
We're so
gent.
good at this.
The game is now
Just-
done. We can move on to more fun things where we play. What is it, people in the chat? The speed round. Yay!
Ba-da-da-ba-da-da.
Okay, so walk
Wait, what
us
was the
through
other
that,
one for
Logan.
Empire?
Walk us
It
through
was
that.
King.
Yeah, empires have emperors, not kings.
Yeah, but
I understand that, but that was the closest.
wait,
thing
hold
that I
on.
could
No,
try to, instead of saying Rome or Roman.
Paul's reasoning doesn't work. Could you explain to me? Could you name me the emperor of the British Empire, please?
The emperor.
It's a king.
Yeah,
It is it's currently a queen.
it's currently a queen. Yes,
Yeah. Yes. So monarchies can also be empires.
it looks like it, Logan.
I thought it was an easy one. I didn't think there was casinos or anything. I thought it was okay. I'm sorry,
To
Brendan.
be fair,
Shout
King
out
was
to our,
shouted
secret
in the
weapon,
chat.
Steve
Yeah,
Buscemi.
It's okay.
Durple was all up in that shiznit. Okay.
And Suited Monkey is calling me out on it too.
Oh, what's up, Sam? Okay, Suited Monkey is Sam.
That's what it
He's
was.
a really wicked cool dude. What's up, buddy? The British Empire didn't have a king. It literally had a king for like a very long time.
Do you want to
King-
spy master again, Paul, so you can maybe get a clue out this time?
Oh yeah,
Well,
you
no,
haven't
I'd
spy
prefer
mastered
not.
before, yeah.
I prefer not because the creative part of my brain is also the one that will allow me to make connections that will make no sense to anyone else.
Oh, Brendan's spy mastering. I think I'm not allowed to do it anymore.
No, we're just switching.
To be fair, Logan,
Okay.
One after the other.
you both picked an assassin. It just so happened that Brendan was much more efficient than you are.
To be fair, he did beat my record of the quickest assassin, I think.
Yes, and
Number one.
if you go to my Twitch channel, we have a clip of how efficient Logan can be at losing a game.
Pretty efficient. I'm pretty good. So far, I'm 2 for 2 today.
Oh, Sam's lurking. Cool. Okay, well, have fun with trivia with a library. I don't know what that means.
And I'm on to another glass of gin, which got to thank the British Empire.
Well, Paul. Actually, Jason, you're the spy master?
Speed round.
He said he didn't want to do it.
Okay, then we are doing the speed round. People in the chat who've been here before, you know how this works. We play a 10-second jingle, and the spy master has to give us a clue. So, without much further ado, let's get going and let's play Codenames!
Okay, speed round, doing it fast. Is my partner even still there? He said he was going to get... Oh, yeah, there you are. Okay, good. I'm going Fairy Tale 2, speed round.
Fairy Tale 2. How much time do I have?
You can take it, not long. It's a speed round. Go, go, go.
Okay, I will take Queen.
Nice.
And I will take gold because it's been hair.
Oh no! Oh, that's awful, and it hurts my feelings. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the red team spy master Brendan, go!
Oh god! Oh god! I have nothing.
Crap. People open bottles of beer.
Oh god! Sorry.
I'm sorry. What
Russian 2. I don't know. Russian 2.
I don't even see Donald Trump up there. Hello, political count.
I'm gonna go with spy and sub.
Yeah!
Nice! What's up? Oh wait, I changed it to blue already.
October
Are you doing a bonus poke?
Word.
All right.
No bonus pokes.
Jason, you have 10 seconds starting now.
I was ready to...
There's a...
For the music to stop. Shape 2.
Shape 2. All right. Things can be van-shaped, and things can be crown-shaped, organ-shaped, kidney beans, for example. Things can be dragon-shaped, so I'm safely going to just pick dragon, because I figure that could have been.
That's not a shape.
And some of my favorite chicken McNuggets are dinosaur-shaped, which just did not get the right...
See,
Paul was reaching too
Paul was
far.
fucking with us.
I thought you should have picked snow shape. Snowflake
fucking-
shape is my favorite shape.
Icarus, with your wax wings, you flew too close to the sun. Brendan, you have 10 seconds.
Kaczynski 2.
Oh.
Is that how you spell
Well,
Kaczynski?
I'm gonna go with bomb.
I don't think it
'cause
matters.
He's a murder bomber, and maybe police. Let's go with police.
No.
Nope.
Oh,
Sorry, Brendan.
Ted
No
Kaczynski,
worries.
not a police officer. Jason,
He got arrested though.
Shape 2.
Let's just go with round and square. Does that
Okay,
give
there
us
we
any
go.
bonus points?
oh, you have a bonus poke? And with all of the errors you've been making, there should be something on the board for you.
I'm going to go with crown because crowns are featured.
And big error!
in
Get
Fairy
a point
Tale.
to the other team. Brendan.
You know what? I think I have actually got half the points for the red team at that. So doesn't that mean that we're closer to winning?
No! Brendan.
I got the last one, Brendan.
Oh, this is all I can do in a speed round. Vancouver 1.
Canada.
Yay.
I'm gonna choose
did it.
code for Ted Kaczynski because I'm pretty sure he had like a C. No.
Oh! We are going to the blue team. Jason, take it away.
Does anybody in the chat know what I mean with Kaczynski 2?
I'm looking at the answers, Brendan, and I don't know what the other one was.
Okay.
I thought code because he did have a secret code. When I saw code, I was like, "Oh, okay, that could be it."
I'm lying. I do know what the other one is now. Now that I think about it for 2 seconds, I immediately see the obvious answer.
Well, you're looking at the answers, so you should. Yeah. You should see it.
I'm going to go with Inagata de Vida, baby. 2.
All right. I'm looking for iron or butterfly. I see neither one up there. And we do have the fact that they were very, very fond of taking illicit substances. Though alcohol was the one to blame for that. I'm gonna go with Trip.
No,
takes us nowhere.
Oh, again, walking too far down the road when he should be just looking out the window. Brendan.
Logan, you watch soccer?
Yeah, I have in the past.
Okay. Oh, in the past?
Not currently.
You're not like an avid soccer watcher?
Not really.
All right. Well, here you go then. Bird 1.
Oh, my buddy Tim just popped in.
Oh, okay. Robin. I'll pick Robin.
Okay. And nice. How many you got? Oh, this is for the win, Logan. For the win.
You get a bonus poke.
Something else there with wings.
Poke.
I still can't. I'm thinking Van, but I don't know for sure. So I'm guessing.
Oh, we're gonna give it over to Jason. Jason, let's go.
We only got 4, Jason. We can do this. We can do this.
Delicious 4.
Delicious 4. I always liked licking the back of my dad's van, so I'm choosing ice cream. Nice. I'm gonna go with Angel, because in the Garden of Eden you would be seeing an angel.
No. Oh, we're moving over to red. Brendan.
Well, they deserve 1.
Vehicle 1.
Oh, yeah. That was the one I was going to pick.
Yay! We have a winner. Ladies and gentlemen, the blue team.
Speed round.
What takes a conductor?
Speed round 1 complete.
Trains
Guys,
vehicle.
Let's take a little breather. Let's talk to some people in the chat. Let's talk to each other. How has your day been? Paul, how was your first experience? First time player, first time winner. How you doing?
The first time playing, first time winning was great, and the second time, first time not even playing yet winning was great for the second round. This third round was a lot harder.
Yes, the speed rounds usually are. Brendan, did it take you and Logan working together at the best of your abilities to lose this one?
We won this one.
I know you won this round, but not this game.
No, we can still win this game.
2 to 3.
No, the game's over, Logan.
Don't count.
It's the best.
No, but if we play two other games, we can still win the whole thing.
No, these are
Logan's rules, guys.
Logan's rules.
My rules.
We'll go back to regular games and we'll extend it to 3 out of 5.
Oh, I don't think I could deal with that. Ugh.
It's been 40 minutes. You want to do another 50 minutes? We can play 2.
I don't want to do another 50 minutes. You're the guys who throw in the game after 15 minutes.
We can't do another 45.
We didn't do it on purpose.
Now, Tim.
I know we can't
do
it.
No one wants to hear that little jingle that many times.
Yeah, let's play a real game now.
Okay, people in the chat. Do we want to do a speed? By the way, I know I don't want to play the jingle that much, which is why we're taking this moment to speak to each other and speak to the chat. But if you'd like to play, people in the chat, if you'd like us to play a real game, we will play a real game, not a speed round. Or would you like us to play a speed round? And while we're waiting for that, Paul, do you have any interesting stories to tell us about BattleCom, which airs on Fridays at 8:30 on twitch.tv/tagamusements?
Yeah, this Friday at 8:30. Well, as in tomorrow, we're going to actually have Jason Hatrick. Jason Hatrick is going to be appearing on that one as a last-minute fill-in for somebody who canceled unexpectedly after confirming with me that they'd be on it 3 times. Jason has actually decided to to pop in, and he's picking up the slack, and he's facing off against the amazing Gavin Stevens, the juggernaut that is Lucy Gervais, and also for the first time doing the online version, but not the first time doing it. It is Reese Turner is going to be in there as well. So it's a fantastic lineup of comedic battlers, and starting in a week from Saturday, so that'd be the 18th of this is July. We're going to start doing the Battlecom. I don't want to call it Battlecom Amateurs. I don't want to call it the Battlecom Tryouts. I'm going to call it the Battlecom Tryouts or something of that nature. Logan is actually going to try his hand at Battlecom in a time that I will remember it happening.
I believe it's called Battle Come and See What You're Made of.
I like it.
Try and fail.
There we go. That is going to be the new name suggested by Brendan Mckiegan.
Nice.
And for those of you who don't know what Battlecom is, it's where we take two comedians at a time. They punch each other in the face with jokes over something of pop culture import, and then you guys decide who lives or who dies, not based on who's right for that debate, but based by who's most entertaining. So they have a chance to write their positive choices earlier. They'll be given a topic such as what's the best defense in a zombie apocalypse, what is the coolest mode of transportation in all of sci-fi, or what is the stupidest superpower. And then they will decide, they will present their jokes, and you decide who lives and who dies.
That,
no actual murders.
By the way, is an amazing show. It's tomorrow at 8:30 and every Friday at 8:30. Jason, Brendan, and I are part of the all-star team, I believe. When Paul does a show that needs to be good, we're there. It's weird. We do that good. I don't do this good. I wish Evan was here. Are you guys ready? The chat has spoken, and we do. Yes, a Mazel Tov cocktail. It is on Twitch. Tag Amusements tomorrow at 8:30. The chat has spoken. We will play a normal round. Jason, what are you trying to say while I keep talking over you?
I just want Paul to indicate to me what instrument Inagata Davida is played on.
Oh, we're doing some post-game stuff.
Okay, it's mainly known for its drum solo, though, so the organ doesn't speak out.
That's what it's known
It has
for.
a guitar, bass, drum, and a Moog organ.
No, but nobody thinks organ when they think of that song. It doesn't stand out at all. It's just the whole song.
I made the board
the whole
disappear.
song has the drums because the organ the organ stops why they try to wake up the lead singer who passed out, and they were told that they were about to be kicked out of the studio.
Okay, I am now increasingly convinced you do not know which song I'm talking about. You have never heard this song before.
Inagata Davida?
It's played on the grass organ.
Absolutely. So, if you gentlemen would choose who will be the spy master.
Do it, Logie Bear.
Yeah.
We're doing
Paul?
a normal game, it seems.
If we're doing a normal game,
normal
I'm gonna give it a try. I'll give it a try just to
Please
give you
do
guys
it.
a chance of tying it up.
We
I'll be the spy master.
So,
45
Logan
minutes
will
in
be
and
the
Paul hasn't
first.
given a clue yet. So.
Paul is the Logan is the first.
I don't have a
spy
clue
master.
to give, Jason.
We will give him time to look at the board. Suited Monkey singing the wrong lyrics to Inagata Davida. So that is very fun.
Actually, Suited Monkey has the right lyrics.
Yeah, those are the correct lyrics. They're just not the first lyrics.
They're just not drunk yet.
No, I'm drunk. Speaking of which, I need to go get more gin, but I need to wait while you guys are playing a game.
I will say, Suited Monkey has been on my wavelength this whole game with his guesses, so we should definitely League of Legends after this so that you can, we can win lane.
Yeah, well, Suited Monkey, like I said, is a friend of mine named Sam, and he's brilliant. You'd like him, Jason. You guys would get along super well.
Yay.
Maybe I'd like him too. That's not fair.
Yeah, what if I'd like
What
him?
about the rest of us?
Why can't we like him?
I like Suited Monkey just fine. They popped up and actually watched some Battlecom.
I'm ready to go.
Okay. Logan's got a clue.
Yeah.
Logan, are you good to go?
Yeah. North
Is everybody else good to go?
No? Okay.
People in the chat, are we good to go? Ladies and gentlemen, Logan for the red team starting the new Full round.
Jesus Christ, I was trying to give it like 2 minutes ago, Tim. North America, 3.
North America 3.
Now remember, this is Logan giving clues, so it's probably Europe, England, and Mercury.
I was thinking that myself.
Yeah,
The same
for
way
sure.
Moscow's a
I'm
city.
going to go
so you should
with
pick all the
Canada
cities.
and Washington.
Nice.
And I'm going to go with England being, or Europe being the opposite of North America, would be Europe. And I could see Logan thinking that way, but maybe Washington or a state like United States being in North America. Because if he's just going two that relate and then one opposite, that doesn't help. Not me.
He could be trying
No
to
way.
connect it in as many ways as possible, so he could be doing opposites and the sames. He doesn't.
Yeah,
He's not trying to
probably
connect them all
doing-
together just by one.
Oh, I know.
You guys are putting way too much thought into this.
I think he means rock, as in the rock,
I'm gonna go
as in
with state.
Alcatraz, as in
Who's
San
ready?
Francisco.
Who's ready for the assassin?
I am.
Hey, look at that.
Hey, congratulations! Nice,
Ooh.
3
Yeah,
for
I did
3.
weird.
Round.
Nothing connect.
That was an amazing round. Wow, the hopes are up for the red team. Blue, Jason, are you? No, Paul. Paul, are you ready to give
Yeah.
a hint?
Oh, there is no spell check there. I'm gonna give it with extraterrestrial 2.
Sure.
Bum, 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 bum.
Extraterrestrial data, baby.
Do you guys mind, Jason? Don't hum the organ part of Inagata Davida, please.
All right, extraterrestrial. Obviously, we're gonna go with space on that,
And Freddie Mercury.
and yeah, Freddie
He was a
Mercury,
big star of that.
not of this world, not of this world, and we did not deserve him at all. So I'm just doing a quick glance, but it's gonna be Mercury. It's got to be Mercury. We go and nailed it. We're good. We're doing this.
Congratulations, red team.
Building
2 for
confidence
2.
in the team.
That brings it to a dead
We were blue
heat.
team 2 for 2. Thank you for trying this.
Sorry, blue. I just switched it over to red. The gin is hitting. By the way, I didn't get new gin. So, Logan, do you have a clue yet?
By the way, if you like gin, I will recommend these people, despite the fact they have yet to sponsor any of the shows I do. Madison Park does a Earl Grey tea infused gin.
That's delicious. And Paul, stop selling shit.
That sounds.
Logan, do you have a clue yet? Because I need to go top up.
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay, Paul. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Paul
And there
Shilmore
goes
stuff.
the host. All right, Logan, what you got, buddy?
Okay, let's try this.
I'm gonna get inside your mind palace.
Jason, are you going to just take that from Tim? That's what the Derpal Panda has just said.
Yeah, which is weird because Tim usually takes it from me.
Well, we're probably not going to go great. All right. Can I give you my clue, Brennan?
Yes, please do.
Geology 2.
I love that you said this probably isn't gonna go great. Anyway, Geology 2.
We're doing it.
Well, I'm gonna go with rock,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go with diamond.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They actually looked efficient there. I expected them to actually have picked the assassin, so I didn't actually prepare. I thought the game would be over at this point.
To be fair, that is a safe assumption.
Just wait. There's still time, Paul.
All right. Jason, I'm counting on your great family's commitment to religion as I give you Easter 2.
Okay, well, I've never been in a church except for when someone was getting buried or married, except that one time I slept over at my friend George's house in grade school and didn't know that on Sunday that meant I would have homework. But yeah, I think we got to go with cross,
There
right?
was a lot of knives at the first Easter.
And then Easter is the resurrection, right? So that's like after 3 days, Jesus came out of a cave, and to do that, he had to move a rock. So I'm just going to take the red thing off rock and click rock.
Drilled through his hand.
By the way, I'd like to know how Jesus dealt with that stuff, because I got some problems that are going to take more than a weekend to solve.
So I think we all agree that, Tim, you do have problems.
Yeah.
When he emerged from the cave, he threw a giant concert. So it's probably concert.
Yeah.
But I think it might have something to do with palm, because palm oil is a main ingredient in Nutella, which is chocolate, and we get chocolate on Easter. So I'm going to go with palm.
Man,
Palm oil and
that
Nutella.
concert was so good.
Palm is the correct answer for the wrong reasons. However, I'd like to thank everyone in the chat for being real quick on Palm. Palm is correct. Suited Monkey, Mazel Tov Cocktail. You are amazing players. Thank you for helping. Logan, are you ready for your next thing? My daughter is asking for my attention.
We're going to go for Ripper 2.
Ripper 2. Oh, Jack the Ripper. Boom, right there.
Why'd you have to take it someplace dark like that, Brendan?
Because he stabbed people. And Jack the Ripper used a knife.
He was also a doctor who lived in England.
Yeah.
You don't know who he was.
I know my crowd.
Oh, you're done.
Yeah.
No bonus pokes for you. Okay.
I don't want it. Remember the Jesus concert?
The Jesus concert, Christcella, yeah.
Tim, someone in the chat, Tim, is telling you to tuck in your shirt, and it's not your mom.
Yeah, it's Durable. He wants me to tuck in my shirt as if I'm not going to be like boobs up for most of the show. Also, comedy show. It's supposed to be funny when you see me wearing nothing but this shirt.
And basketball shorts.
Oh, wearing nothing but the shirt, so you can't tuck it in because there's nothing to tuck it into. I get it.
Well, I mean, I could tuck it under my gut because I'm still fat.
Boom, 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 boom.
That's still fat, Tim. You're fat again.
I'm fat again. You're right. I did get thin. Thank you, Jason. Thank you for reminding me.
I'm actually, I'm gonna do. Oh shoot! I know when we played normally we could do 2 words if it was a proper name. Are we allowed to do that?
I don't know if you've been paying attention, but as long as you don't hit the space bar, you can put as many words as you want.
Just ram it all in there. I started that trend.
Then it's gonna have to be the. Oh damn it! I can't remember the name of it now.
Jack the Ripper?
Yeah.
All one word, Jack the Ripper? Doctor?
You really should have written that. That would have been great.
John Barrowman. Okay,
Which I'm not even sure is a good clue, but I'm going with it.
Here's something that I have been doing incorrectly for a little bit. Sorry, guys. Every time the blue team plays, we can't see the chat on the screen because I forgot to fix that. Okay, continue. Sorry, viewers.
Okay.
I'm new.
The one that immediately comes to mind is pipe, and I'll explain. Because one time, on stage in front of 3,000 witnesses, John Barrowman offered to blow me backstage, and in French we call that une pipe. So that's the clear choice, I think. But he was also in Doctor Who, which takes place in England. But he was not the Doctor, but he was in it. And I don't see a better one, so I'm going with Doctor, which happens in England.
He's also a swinger.
Yeah. As evidenced by the fact that he offered to blow me while a married man.
Yeah, and he took his pants down in front of my face.
Yeah, see? So I thought I was special, but evidently not.
Well, Brendan, you did choose to go down on your knees.
No, I was actually boosting him up to interrupt a panel.
Are we back on
crawling out from under the orchestra pit? It was very funny.
As much as these are all true stories, I would like to unequivocally say Brendan and Jason said all that shit. Send your lawyers to them.
Like I said, 3,000 witnesses. I'm gonna go with it. No, not again.
Oh, wow. Giving points away.
Wow.
No, that was just a normal, everyday person.
Oh,
Okay.
I think I know.
Logan. Brendan thinks he knows, so this should be easy.
No, for the other clue.
For the other team?
Yeah.
He has the blue clues.
That's useless.
Yep. All right, buddy.
All right, buddy. We're going to try this. We'll have to go one clue at a time. Sorry, Brendan. I can't. I don't know how to put them together.
That's
Go with slide 1.
Slide 1. Oh, buddy, you're killing me. Because it could be a tube or it's a slip and slide. So, slide 1. In the chat. Slip and tube. Yeah, right, Mazel Tov? Did Brendan offer to blow John Barrowman? No, I did not, Suited Monkey. Well, it was just his butt that was out.
I did.
You just mooned it.
You offered to blow his butt? I'm confused.
Yep. Just a little raspberry. I'm going to go with slip and slide.
Yay!
All right.
Congratulations. Oh, and we're moving to the blue team.
Together.
Because my first thought was a playroom slide. That's like the big round tube ones.
Yeah, I was hoping you would just think slip and slide.
Yeah, I did.
Now, Paul, the red team only has one more card to get. You still have to get 3 more cards, meaning this is do or die for you. Do you have a 3-card clue?
Yes, I do. I'm going to confidently stretch that to possibly put that out there. And I am... how does that other one fit in? Damn it.
You don't.
So, yeah, I'm trusting on Jason. Metro 3.
Metro
3.
3.
Metro 3. All right. So I'm pretty sure I figured out the John Barrowman one. It's mint because John Barrowman's ass tastes like mint. Don't ask how I know. But it doesn't fit with Metro. So the first one that comes to mind is
You can buy mint gum at the Metro.
Tube, because Metro underground, the Metro system in England referred to as the tubes. It could also be change. You have to change lines, or you pay for it with change. You have to drill to make those tunnels.
2 full-on connections with
True.
change.
Yeah, I'm going to go with tube first.
And it's a web because of the layout.
Also a
There's a lot of
grocery store,
buttons.
but that doesn't fit anything. I'm going to go change next. Nope.
Oh, that was a bystander. Logan, for the win.
For the win!
You can take this away.
Spider 1.
Well, as we all know, spiders live in the grass. So I'm going to choose grass.
Yay!
He held up hope. He held up hope for us.
Hooray!
And then he dashed it away.
Congratulations.
Ah,
We did it.
That was a round.
I couldn't remember what the Doctor Who spin-off was called.
It was Torchwood. You have to
Torchwood.
rearrange the Doctor Who letters to get it.
Really? Oh.
Yep, Torchwood is it an anagram when you move around
Yeah.
letters in a word? It's an anagram of Doctor
And their
Who.
base was what? Where was their base?
It was
Cardiff.
in the States somewhere.
No, it was in Cardiff.
I thought Torchwood
Right.
was in the States. I thought that was the whole idea, was that it was an American television show.
No,
Are
it was
you-
in
are you
Cardiff
eventually-
because there was a plane that, like, in Cardiff, like a rift in time and space that kind of let things through. So they were kind of guarding that.
Okay.
And their base was an old metro station.
Oh, see? That's
old
what I'm
tube
telling
station.
you, people in the chat. Paul has the most amazing way of making connections.
Which brings us to tube.
Yeah, which brings us to Tube. And Europe, also the metro is called the metro in France, which is in Europe as well.
Yeah, so all of that was leading to Cardiff, which is in Europe, but also more specifically in England. Was that the direction that we went in?
How'd you get swing in there, Paul?
Swing is the one I couldn't get. I was just, other than the fact that Amsterdam has the world's largest swing.
Were you just hoping he was going to take a swing at it?
Yeah.
Hold on. You thought that a good clue would be hoping Jason knew about a roadside attraction in what, Denmark? Amsterdam?
Amsterdam. The world's largest swing is more than just a roadside attraction.
No, it's not.
But
it's literally
I had realized that there was no way I could connect the three of them. So it was for that. The last one was just for Europe and Tube, because the metros in France. The only thing that mentions France would be Europe and Tube, and then he would be free to do a free guess, because I don't think he would have been thinking of a Metro concert, because that would have been the only death card. I was willing to take the risk with England earlier, because England was because we were not that far behind at that point, so I was willing for him to get that one wrong and keep in mind the John Merriman.
It's really good. I like the inside baseball. I like talking about the strategies that we're dealing with now. I also like how I can't feel my lips. I may have overpoured this gin. Brendan, how are you feeling about that last game?
I'm feeling really good about it. I think Logan and I synced up nicely. I think we're into each other's mind palaces now, and I think he's one of the greatest human beings alive.
Yay!
I
Purple
believe
Panda thinks so too.
None of us can disagree with that. Absolutely.
I think it's rather surprising that, considering after last week, that he has gone so far as to call Logan a human being.
I know, right?
What?
Amac the Barbarian has just showed up in the chat. What's up, Amac? What's up?
Oi, oi.
Dirtbull's got the big heart eyes on his monkey, which is Brendan's favorite dance move. Suited Monkey was letting us know that, yes, the Amsterdam thing is, it might be a roadside attraction to us, but it was life-changing to Paul Ash. So, to be fair, what is the giant swing? Is it like, how is the giant swing not just like the biggest button in Kentucky? Like, how is it not? Is it like what? Tell me about this biggest swing.
Well, you know how the Eye is a landmark for London, England.
London,
the London
great
Eye.
big Ferris wheel. Yes.
Yes. Well, picture that scale swing.
So it's just two really big ropes and a really big piece of wood?
Like, well, you actually have to kind of safety strap in. Imagine being able to go on a swing like that after having edibles.
Okay.
I went for a different kind of big swing in Amsterdam.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, and we still have the pictures to show Jade.
Damn!
He was there.
I just felt there hadn't been any soundboard in a while. Amac the Barbarian is he's doing lovely. On to his second bucket of I can't pronounce that because I am not Scottish enough.
La Frag.
Nah, it's got to be different than that.
Lafroig.
It's got to be like ach. There's got to be like a ach in it.
No, it's Lafroig. It's a lovely whiskey, and I have a bottle up there.
Lafroig's delicious.
But it looks like it's spelled Lafroig, so I feel like it's like pronounced something else. What gin am I drinking, Tim? Paul, I'm right here. Tag Amusements is Paul. Paul, stop talking to me in the chats. I am right here. I don't know what gin I'm drinking. However, I will tell you that it is a very special gin to my heart. I do not know the name of it, but it is a gin gifted to me by one of my very good friends while I was on tour with him. Brendan, what is the name of this gin you bought me while we were on tour together?
Is it Pipe Cleaner?
I can't remember.
I honestly don't know.
You can't remember? You just bought gin because you're like, Tim likes gin. I'm a Scotch guy. I'll find out.
Yeah, I just decided to see what was decent and brought one over.
Now that he's walked away, that was given to you by a man in the street, and you unloaded it on Tim, right?
I have
that's right.
headphones in.
Hey, buddy.
It doesn't matter
Did
how
you buy it
far
'cause
I
it was the
go.
Sometimes used to clean combs.
It's Collective Arts gin, and it's
yes,
delicious.
that's right.
I don't know if that's
Collective
in
Arts
Oh,
is
it's
a
not in
craft
focus because
brewery.
there's no autofocus. It's a DSLR. By the way, I worked really hard on making sure this camera, gifted to me by my parents, would work on this live stream. Nobody has commented on how much more amazing I look. So, fuck all y'all.
But you were also gifted genetics by your parents.
I know. That's why it's so beautiful.
So that gin is from Collective Arts, which is a brewery in Hamilton.
Have you seen these eyes?
Hamilton, where good things go.
What the?
Hamilton has a lot of great craft beers, and has a lot of affordable homes that in the GTA, and it's growing nicely.
It is a large artistic community now.
Yeah.
Because the artists can't afford to live in Toronto.
Thanks, Mazel Tov Cocktail. I do look amazing. Half expected to be called Gin Drink and be made out of asbestos. Hey, Mac, why? Why you gotta be hurtful? We're here for the lulz. Are we ready to play another game? Before we choose, before we start the next game, people in the chat, for the next 30 seconds, we'll be taking requests on whether this is a normal game or a speed round.
We're tied now, right?
We should lend some resolution to Logan, yes. Unfortunately, once we get to a point where we have a bunch of money, we will buy Logan equipment because Logan's one of those amazing performers who is just incredible all the time and just an amazing comedian and an amazing talent and somebody that I wish was on all of my shows. But he knows that's how I feel about him, so he's waiting for me to make a lot of money to buy him things so he can be on my shows.
That's true. Also, we're expecting a baby, so I don't have
that too. Yeah.
I don't have a huge HD camera budget yet.
Are you coming through on your laptop camera, or are you using your phone right now?
Camera. I think the phone would be better somehow.
Do you not have a desktop and an Ethernet connection?
No, because he's not a million years old, Paul.
Ethernet.
Do have an Ethernet connection, but my girlfriend's laptop, which is better than my laptop, does not have an Ethernet port, and the computer that Jason bought me a couple years ago sucks, so I don't use it.
You're welcome, by the way.
Well, other Jason.
Okay, so it's been pointed out in the chat that I may have drank too much to coordinate a long game. So we're doing speed rounds. All right, blue team first. Who are my spy masters? Jason, you're my spy master. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Hatrick for the speed round.
Delivery.
No, wait, you got to wait for the long song.
Did
it play? Did it play?
Ready to go for like 4 minutes.
All right. If we are talking about deliveries, we are talking about the fact that a lot of things are made in South America now, and so many things are being delivered from the Amazon, and most of them come in bubble wrap, but that's contained in a box. And if I'm to be perfectly honest, they can come from different places. I'm thinking that they could be smuggled in, and deliveries don't. I've been trying to get it delivered from Atlantis, but nothing has been able to come back from Atlantis.
A lot of them come from India, Paul. You should definitely get those Indian deliveries.
I am thinking about India as well, because that's where a lot of wish fulfillment happens.
Getting playfully racist, I like it.
A lot of grass is delivered now, so you can get grass on delivery from your post office.
It's true. It's quite possible, especially if you're going to be ordering from Vancouver, and Vancouver's next to Washington. And so if I go to click Washington, with the amount of gin that I've had to drink, I'll probably hit trunk. And
probably think boots are delivered too.
Boots are delivered. Boots are the same as trunk, so I feel like I've already clicked boot. But
I think you got to double do it.
Sometimes I'm gonna have to say that you want to get something in a little bit obscure, a little bit from away, so you need to make sure that it's smuggled.
Very nice.
And I'm going to end my guessing.
No bonus poke for Paul. Jeez. That was very good, almost as if a picture of the screen was sent to you. Brendan, are you the spy master?
Yes.
All right. Speed round.
Can we do 4, Brendan?
We're doing it.
Yeah, let's do 5.
I can't. but here's 4. Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest.
I go with 4, so you've got
Oktoberfest.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know, but he's working with Brendan, so with Logan, so he expects to lose in 2.
Yeah, it's going to be real fast. Let's go with Mug.
Nope.
Nope.
Wow. Okay.
How was that not?
Okay.
Dude, I missed it.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Mug was the most obvious one because that's the
Mug
other
should
Thank
be
you,
there.
Brendan. The money is in the mail. We'll make sure it's delivered
sorry,
via
Brendan.
Atlantis.
For the people
You're
at
right.
home,
Mug should be there.
red
That's
team,
why.
Logan's
We're going to
team,
lose this one so bad.
Logan's team still has 8 cards to discover. Paul, you only need to find 4 more from your spy master, Jason. Here comes the countdown.
And I hope Jason is not confident.
Problem is, I had a clue, but it involved Mug.
I'm sorry, did you not understand the music that just played? Give us your clue.
You are welcome, Jason.
I'm gonna go with
Triple A's.
I'm gonna go with homework 2.
Ooh.
Homework. I was always a model student, so I would probably choose model, but that was always kind of only suggested that I was a model because I had a teacher that liked to take pictures of me in my underwear, and it's homework too. And you never really. I had a bad habit of always putting in the first draft, and that was always a bad habit. And I should have waited for the second draft.
You should have
But
done
at
that.
least Red now has something on the board.
Yes, red does have something on the board, and as Suited Monkey has stated in the chat, I have started slurring. So, speed round.
JFK2.
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 Or John F. Kennedy. I just didn't want to type it.
Okay, let's go with shot.
Yes, he was shot.
Okay. I don't know what the next one is.
Yeah, come on.
Police, but I do think one of our one of the clues he gave me before was fair, so I'm going to choose fair.
John.
And-
Okay, you have a bonus poke.
Yeah, I'm going to choose boot.
Okay, well that works too.
Sure.
We're going over to who's the spy master over there? Jason. There you go.
I'm gonna go with spine 1.
Spine 1.
Spine 1.
Red
A lot of
only needs to find 4
books,
more.
books, and
Blue
people
needs-
have spines.
Blue needs to find 3 more.
So I guess, well, where people keep their spines is in their back. So that counts. And if I'm to go a little bit, if I'm taking the risk of where I keep my homework, see, I'm a little bit older. Most of my homework was done on paper and not like printed paper, as in print it by hand print it, because I'm ancient. So I never really had the chance to put them in a computer file. But I'm gonna think, because Jason, with his vibrant youth, is that how he did that. I'm selecting file, and that ends my guesses.
Yes, it does.
I sucked up to my spy master in the same go.
Nice. That unfortunately means nothing.
Well, it was doesn't mean nothing because it nicely counterbalanced the face Tim made when you said Jason's vibrant youth.
Yes, Brendan.
Lincoln Memorial and Peter what?
Peter, what?
I do feel that might be. We like to do that.
Oh boy. We're gonna go with Washington. I think One I missed before was plate. No,
that was not what you missed.
Sorry, Brendan.
All right, for the win, Jason. Wait for the countdown and then give us your clue.
Man. I didn't even get it, Peter. One. I was like, oh no. Sorry, Peter Pan.
Jason.
Reptilian nurse. One.
You're really actually hoping for me to remember. I've had more to drink than Tim has, Jason. This may have just backfired. I'm possibly looking for a mammal. It's a reptilian nurse. I don't see leprechaun up there. This may have just backfired horribly. Reptilian nurse. One. We got the watch, we got the grass, we got the scale. They hold the scales because they're balancing our lives. I'm not saying anything about India.
We've got some hints in the chat. If Paul has been smart enough to open up the Twitch chat to see if there's anything to see.
I don't think Paul froze. No, I don't think he froze. I think he chickened out and bailed.
Oh no, is Paul dead? No, he's still there.
Wait.
No, that's just his face.
He'll see me. Am I back? Am I back?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, all right. I did. It's everything just dropped off. So, there is. Mazel Tov is telling me to go for the scale, but Mazel Tov has seemed to be very, very pro Logan.
He's not pro Logan. There's only one pro Logan.
Mazel Tov's not the pro Logan. Derpal Panda is pro Logan.
All right. Jason, I think you may have made a mistake in giving me this. If we're going to talk about conspiracy theories, definitely got to make it Atlantis. And that has failed.
That did not work.
This is giving them a chance, Jason.
Brendan, can you connect the last three?
Oh, God.
I know one of them if it helps.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Knowing any of them helps, Logan.
Why are you yelling at me, Tim? Be nicer.
I think I'm only yelling because I've had more gin. That didn't mean to be an elevated volume.
Also, it seems when you're running the game, you leave your post way more than when you're just playing the games. You've left like 20 times, Tim.
This is true. 100%.
Evan never leaves.
I was unprepared.
Well, he did today. A lot of running.
Yeah, Evan never leaves. Yeah, he literally left.
He did leave you forever, so.
He might be back next week unless that pack of cigarettes is further than I thought.
I like the reference.
Only Paul does.
I approve. I approve of that 1980s comedy premise.
Oh, shit! Oh, the people in the chat have reminded me that we're playing a speed round that I have been too drunk to remember. Go!
It was pretty much a regular round. We're on a speed round.
I'm going to just try this and see. I don't know. Oops. I clicked the wrong number. Photo shoot 2.
Ooh,
Okay,
plus a bonus poke. This could take it. This could be the win.
Model?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I know Pan for sure.
Nice. Now, with your final, it's 1-1. If you get this, you win the game. Logan, what will you choose?
I'm going to go with Park.
Oh, it's that. It's over. Brendan and Logan pull it out in the end. Woo!
Jason, I appreciate your trust in me.
We're the ultimate
but it was
champions.
misguided.
We won 3-2. We won all the games.
You were so amazing. If only you hadn't lost right away.
We won all of the games.
Yeah, but we lost 2 games and we won 3 games, so that's more than 2.
Yeah, but the games were described as being the best 2 out of 3, so the first 3 are the ones that counted.
Yeah.
So the official win for the round.
Don't worry, Paul. Logan didn't win. Don't worry about it.
You still lost the other 2 games, so you're losers.
Okay, people in the chat, we have 10 minutes left in our show, so I will focus and get rid of my drunkenness. Blue team, you will be choosing first. We will play a 9-minute speed round, and I will make sure of it. So I will talk a little bit more, pretend I'm really, really drunk, so that you can choose who a spy master is, and figure out a clue, and talk to the people in chat. And Mazel Tov Cocktail also believes it was intense. I also believe it was intense.
What are we doing, Brett? Am I spy master?
Sean thinks I've had too much gin. There's a lot of other things. Music, speed round. Right. Yeah, Sean was calling for me to hurry up the speed round. Have I stalled enough yet that...
I'm set. I'm ready to go.
You are ready to go? Ladies and gentlemen, speed round!
There's no stopping them.
And I'm taking a wild guess on this one, just to hope to get Jason a start.
Splint.
Splint 3.
Well, you splint a wounded thing, but you could also put a cast on it, so I'm going to go with cast as a thing.
Nice.
You need a splint if you're a buck. A splint is a type of pitch in baseball.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're just going to trust them.
How often have I talked about baseball?
A slider and a splitter.
Splint. Splint mail.
Yeah.
And Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh.
Which is different than plate mail, but so maybe it's plate. But better armor class on plate mail, but splint mail. Plate. Splint.
Oh, limousine. Hand splint, because when you hit your hand too hard. A head splint.
To be fair, hand splint seemed like a pretty good guess.
A head splint is a neck brace.
Anytime, Jason.
You gotta play the 10-second mute clip.
I'm gonna have to for these guesses too if Jason doesn't hurry the hell up.
Yeah. Splint. I'm gonna see what else occurs to me later. I'm gonna cut my losses.
Okay, we are moving on.
Smart play.
Oh no, did Logan get kicked off?
No, let's try this. Okay. Yeah, we're trying it. Let's go.
A Few Good Men 2. Okay.
I believe that's actually Afe W. Goodman.
Yeah.
A Few Good Men.
The famous actor from Hollywood who travels in limousines.
And that's where you can't handle the truth.
That is where you cannot handle the truth, yes.
So, Lawyer?
It is a movie about lawyers, yes.
Boom!
All right, we are moving on. All right, blue team.
Force feed. And no number, which means I can take all the guesses I want.
How did you make it work with no... Okay, just how did you make it work with no number?
I didn't click the number box, and I just hit enter.
Zero.
Oh, wow, I didn't know you could do that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're learning new shit. Paul, if you'd like, you can tell him how many you thought.
I think if he guesses one, it's going to go away.
And I'm going to go with Centaur because they're part horse.
No, there's a rule where if you say
he can guess forever.
You can guess forever if you pick zero.
Yeah.
So how many was it?
Should I say what number I had said? In my head? In my head, it was 2.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have more guesses, so I'm going to keep going. You could feed a horse a hand.
Jesus Christ.
If you needed to get rid of some evidence. You'd feed horse, like a horse would eat off a plate. You'd feed him on a plate.
You have to force feed. Force feed.
I tried to click plate and it disconnected me. I'm taking that as a sign and I'm going to end guessing.
That's a good idea.
I actually did click plate and then it said you're disconnected from the server and then it reconnected me.
Wait, did you click plate because you're redoing a bit from last episode?
No, that would be hand.
Okay, here we go.
Skibbity-boo.
Skibbity-boo.
Tragically Hip. I don't see overrated on there.
How dare you?
Fucking dare you? Dare you? He's dead. Be respectful.
Probably.
Oh, you know what?
Buck,
I
'cause
guarantee
Buck
you they
rhymes
were
with
the
suck.
nicest guys on the planet. I've never met them, and I think it's terrible what happened to them, but I could never get into the music. But I will choose Canada because it's Tragically Hip.
Yep.
It's definitely not Stadium because they could never fill one.
Correct. Correct. Could be Bomb.
Yeah.
Could be Bomb.
Or Buck because Buck rhymes with suck.
Tragically Hip. I don't know any of their
Ruin
songs.
your guesses already.
If any of these are Tragically Hip songs, I'm not going to get it. So, if the chat wants to help me out, feel free.
I feel like the chat is like super American as well.
Someone just said they're better than Nickelback. Talk about clearing a low bar.
Yeah.
I almost killed
Wait a
Gord
minute.
Downey.
It depends on what's your scale.
He's dead,
on
Paul.
better
We
than
were
I
saying
got
you
kicked
did
in the
kill.
balls, but it's not as bad as being stabbed in the balls.
I mean, what's your metric on being better than Nickelback? Tragically Hip, are they like, I'm so glad we made way more money than them?
But
I
you know
can't
what?
believe you're comparing the two bands.
I know,
what,
they're
though?
incomparable.
It
One
upsets
band
me.
sold,
It upsets
one band
me
could
in
sell
some
out any
levels.
arena in North America, and the other band is the Tragically Hip.
Oh yeah, pitch, the thing that they could never hold consistently.
That's what I mean. That's why I'm like, that's opposite.
Logan loves the Tragically Hip, so that's what you should be chasing after.
The only thing I can think of is My Music at Work. That's not on here. So, Logan, I'm really sorry that you love them this much that there's a song on there. I know it, and I just don't know. I'm going to have to end.
It's not a song. I'm pretty sure that their farewell tour sold out every
tell 'em.
stadium in Canada. I'm
Don't-
pretty sure
don't-
that's what it is, but here we go.
Tim?
Oh, these
were-
games
they
don't
were-
count, Paul, by the way.
We've already won, Brendan. Fucking, where did they
No,
play?
don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Wait, why is Angus defending the Tragically Hip? You're from Scotland. What do you care? Script too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Script,
Okay, well,
too.
script. I write script so that I could go work in Hollywood one day. I'm going to go with Hollywood.
Oh, there are no scripts in Hollywood.
There are no
If
scripts in
anybody,
Hollywood.
if you've ever
are
seen a
no-
The gin
movie,
got me. The gin got me. I only saw the answers that I wanted.
yes,
Oh.
which would be a good excuse if this wasn't already 3 rounds in. Red team.
It's not a speed round, is it?
It's
Yes, it
always
is.
yes. We got to finish. We're supposed to be done now.
Oh, okay. Let's get a clue.
Let's try this. I don't think it's going to work, but
Who
we're going
cares?
for it.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry.
It's okay, Logan.
Hussein 2 and an apology.
Hussein?
Here we go. Hussein 2 and an apology.
That guy could pack a stadium.
He really could pack stadiums.
Not with volunteers. Not with people there by choice.
That's true. That's true. I don't know. Bomb, maybe.
Of
Nope.
course, it's bomb.
No,
Of course,
that
it'll
was
be.
my mistake. Yeah. So I said,
Logan,
oops.
what a terrible clue.
I said, sorry.
And I would like to point out that Derple Panda, who does not know us personally from on a professional level, just on a friend level, but on a professional level, has pointed out that yes, we all go over our times. Blue team.
Coral, too.
Coral.
Coral.
Two.
Two.
Coral.
Walking
but
Dead.
It's Coral. God damn it, Coral.
Do you have Walking Dead?
Walking
Damn
Dead.
it, Coral.
They also wrote that one script for the entire Walking Dead series that they reuse every episode. So that counts for script too. I'm not seeing it out there. Now, coral is spelled not like the thing under the ocean, but like a chorus, like a
This is not necessarily my bad spelling.
So I'm thinking it's probably pitch. I go with pitch. Since splint was a type of pitch, according to Brendan, who knows a lot about baseball, and then Paul was like, "How often do I talk about baseball?" And I thought, well, all the time. It's usually baseball bat tag, but close enough.
I like baseball bat tag.
A splint is not a pitch. I was trying to get you to guess it.
Yeah, and it worked. See, I guessed it just now. Coral. Now I just hear coral from Walking Dead.
For the people in the chat, Red
everyone,
still has to find 5 more. Blue
everyone
only
in a
needs to
chorus
find
has to
3.
sing their part. Just like you might splint your arm when it is parted in the middle. I don't have a better one than that, so I'm going with part. And guess.
Dingus is correct. Red team.
Give it to me, buddy.
Logan.
Easter is in the spring, and we already had that clue, so I'm going to go with Palm, as in Palm Sunday, and spring, because that's when Easter heads into. And I believe
bonus poke
for Hussein, off with his head, death to America. He wasn't a king. He was a dictator. Force. Waterboard. Man, I only have 2 though. So
you
I think
also
I
missed a tragically hip clue.
Yeah. That's gonna happen for sure. Doesn't help me here.
Yes, Suited Monkey, you are correct.
Suited Monkey.
No one has asked how I almost killed.
Yes, he was hung.
Gord.
Man. Hussein.
He was in the tragically hip, right?
Tim is frozen?
No, Tim's not frozen.
Tim is nice and toasty.
Brendan, I fucked up that clue. Just guess it as if what you think that I thought that he would be.
Tim's not frozen. He's Julie.
Oh, okay. So king.
He said he's not a king. He's a dictator, and I'm like, I don't think that's a distinction that Logan is aware of.
Clearly,
I was trying to link 2 clues, and that was the best I could do.
Gentlemen, it is now 2-2. Blue team.
We're going for
Boom.
Jason, I would thank you to not interrupt the music.
Flyers 2.
Flyers 2. Flyers. See, could be the Philadelphia Flyers. Because Paul is such a baseball fan.
That's a hockey team, bud.
Phillies
are a baseball team.
Just going to use psychic ability.
Baseball. Home plate in baseball?
Flyers are still a hockey team.
Plate?
Yes.
I'm going to go with litter, because when you get handed flyers, they get thrown out. You get handed flyers. Hand is a thing.
These
and
are
you use your
very,
hand to said flyers.
Very comedian clues.
Seemed more appropriate for this bunch than the baseball references of the Philadelphia Flyers and home plate.
So again, the Phillies are the baseball team. The Flyers are the hockey team. A lot of people are shouting at the internet right now.
Only proving Jason's point more than your own.
Oh, I know. I just can't hold it in.
I'm going to go with hand. You hand someone a flyer.
No, Paul was trying to poop you the answer, and it wasn't working. Red team, for the win, can you connect your final 2 cards?
Go for it. Go for it.
Doing it.
Stretch Armstrong this. Let's go.
Let's do it.
We don't have a choice, so. Air Canada Security.
I don't see Civ up there.
Specifically, Air Canada Security. So they would be a force?
They have laser guns.
Laser guns.
Trust me, my dad was a pilot for Air Canada for 30 years.
Plane.
They have lasers.
If you're boarding a plane, you've gone through Air Canada Security.
What did Air Canada own before?
What is this additional clue?
People's
Planes.
souls, Logan.
They used to own planes.
Yeah.
Now the government owns those planes.
Things were named after them, Brendan.
Jesus Christ, Logan. I mean, there's got to be some kind of rules.
Well, first of all of this is wrong now. Oh, man. Can you just give me a new clue?
No, there are two
Yeah, you can
more
pass
for you
on
to
this
find.
turn.
Yeah, you can pass. Absolutely.
All
Go
right. Well, it's first of all, it's an arena, not a stadium. Air Canada Security. Canada Security is
For the win, Brendan. For the win.
Flyers. Air Canada. Canada Security.
Have to take your shoes off when you go through security.
Laser.
in Canada.
Air.
Board the plane.
Canada. It's a limousine.
Because Air
Again.
Canada is definitely known for their ground transportation. Where do they fly besides Canada? Or what continent?
But why would security be in there? Whatever. I'm just going to choose America.
That is not the right answer.
Man, choosing America never works.
Blue team. Before you give your clue, or you've already given your clue, but before you answer your clue, Paul, I'd like to remember the people in the chat. We are in these speed rounds after the blue team has already run the show, so the rules don't matter. Paul?
My clue is Cork 1.
Corkscrew, obviously. I'm going to go with cork
Laser
board.
pork.
Oh, cork board.
Hey,
Okay, well,
blue
let's
team
go forward.
wins!
Which is a great place to put flyers.
Oh my god. I thought Flyers would have been like Air Force. That's why I didn't choose it.
No, sorry.
I'm glad to have checked you out. But a
Logan.
board is also what you use to do if you guys take your St. John ambulance course, you use a small board for a splint.
Dear
Yeah,
Lord, that was a
I did
long
circle
way
around
down
board
the
for
alley.
Splint a while ago. I thought maybe board. We'll see if it comes up again. But then nothing else could have possibly been related to board.
That was a holy shit. That was
Except
a long
Air
way to
Canada.
go. All right, so that's the end of our over 90-minute show. But before we go and leave you and then come back and do an after show, let's go around the board and see what everybody's got going on. Brendan, where can we find you? What can we look forward to from you?
Next Thursday, I'll be on a very special episode of Codenames Live, where we'll have our original host back. And,
Please, fucking God, please.
God.
and then we'll have a very talented performer, Tim Riel, on the game.
Back as a team captain, that'll be nice to have him back where he's allowed to not be Tim.
Correct. And I...
Suited Monkey mentions that the Stober host is coming back.
Yes. To be fair, I don't
Otherwise,
think Evan doesn't play it sober either.
My name is on the screen there, and I'm the only one with my spelling on the internet. So if you guys want to just type my name in and connect with me, that would be lovely. I'd love to hear from you guys.
Jason, where can we find you, and what do you have going on?
You can find me tomorrow night on Battlecom. which will be streamed to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and on HBO Plus, which is what they call it when Disney buys out HBO. It's coming. That's the other thing I got going on is I'm negotiating the buyout of HBO by Disney along with Bob Iger. So you can find me on Zoom negotiating that, and then you won't be able to find me afterwards because once I get my cut of that deal, I will vanish into thin air and no one will ever see me again.
So Jason will be part of the ongoing global domination that is the Disney company. Paul, where can we find you, and what do you have going on?
Well, of course, there is BattleCom, which is every Friday at 8:30. We have Jason joining us tomorrow. You'll see most of these people on that show eventually at some point in time. Every Wednesday night at 9 p.m., I actually assist my good friend, the Love Doctor, giving advice about love, sex, and relationships, usually having some burlesque and musical guests. And occasionally you'll see I'll do interviews with comedians from around the world, and they talk funny. You can find out about all of that with Paul Ash Comedy on Instagram and on Twitter. So Paul Ash Comedy. So PAULASH Comedy, available on Instagram and Twitter.
Excellent. And ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, my favorite and your favorite, Logan. What do you have going on, and where can we find you?
You can find me at the cottage getting my burn on. And no, I guess I'm going to be on BattleCom for the rookie, whatever name Paul came up with.
Brendan came up with the name.
The Battle Comic New
As
people.
you are.
Battle, come and see what you're made of.
Oh, sure, what you're made of. Okay, so I'll be on that show not this Saturday, next Saturday the 18th. As long as Paul doesn't kick me off. Should be a lot of fun, and otherwise just my handles on the feed. So check me out. I'm also the only Logan Avery-Cooper probably in the world. So just Google my name and
excellent.
Come hang out.
I'm actually a member of a Facebook group of, I think we are at 32 Paul Ashes.
Congratulations, Paul. I, as always, am Tim Riel. Next week, hopefully, I will just be the team captain and not the host. As much fun as this was, I am excited to have Evan back. However, subscribe to Twitch TV, Tim Riel, because there might be some new Codename stuff coming up, which I'm really excited about. It'll let me stretch my hosting stuff without the gin. But you can find me here at Tim_Riel on Twitch. You can find me everywhere else. I'm the only popular Tim Riel in the world. So please join us for the after show and join us next week at 8:30 right here on Twitch TV. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and we will see you right after this.
Hang on.
Hey, welcome to the after show. I have been
still not
scolded.
showing up.
I've been scolded quite a bit by all of the people in the green room while we were waiting for you guys. They don't like my talk show voice, and they think, "Hey, stop doing talk show voice. Just be yourself." And so I'm going to be myself in the after show. But you
slow
guys
down.
in the comics, do you guys in the chat? Do you guys want me to just be me when I'm hosting? Because I feel like the host needs to be like a Guy Smiley from Sesame Street type. So that's the first question I've got for the chat. But now let's get to the actual fun. Guys, how did you enjoy that show?
Paul,
It was. I had a lot of fun.
It was your
I
first
never
time.
won that quick before. That's not true. I have.
Yeah, yes, you have. I have proof.
I've never won that quickly either.
Yeah, we're very fast at winning. We're so good at winning fast.
Logan, I don't think has ever really won before.
I've won all the times, Paul.
And the chat will back him up on that. Is the problem?
Yeah, you know how Mr. Magoo still gets through the situation?
Yeah.
That's Logan with Codenames.
I'm just feeling my way through it with my eyes closed.
All right, Logan, we definitely have to talk about your inappropriate touching. It has to
What?
stop if you're feeling your way through it. That's not good.
Jesus Christ.
No, only when you're near me, Paul. Then we'll get some inappropriate touching.
Actually, if you want to talk about Guy Smiley voice, Justin Shaw is somebody who should probably get on this at some point. I'd highly recommend. He is a force of nature when it comes to comedically being Guy Smiley.
Yeah. Mazel Tov Cocktail wants to know what's the difference between host voice and regular voice. When I'm just playing,
Sobriety.
when I'm on Battle, sobriety helps. But when I'm just playing, when I'm like a contestant on Battlecom or a contestant on Codenames, I don't care. I'm just me. I'm just having a good time and having fun. When I'm hosting things, I have this whole make sure the show is still entertaining, and I'm worried about the parts where it's not entertaining. Whereas when I'm a contestant, I don't care if you're having a good time because that's Evan's job.
Somebody else has answered that by saying one is annoying and the other one
Not
is more
someone
annoying.
else. Logan.
Logan.
is
Oh, that
saying
was Logan. See, I took my
You can
glasses
ignore-
off,
you can
and
ignore
I realized
anything
now
that-
that Logan.
anything that LA Coop says can be ignored. It's just Logan.
So it turns out that Paul is Mr. Magoo. Is that what we're?
Yes,
So
we
we
have
figured
now.
out?
We have now. Like as soon as Paul takes his glasses off, he believes Logan has
He's
accurate
Mr.
and
Magoo.
relevant advice.
It's actually better than being the anime villain that Logan appears to be with the screen reflection covering his eyes and his glasses.
Yeah.
Uh,
So my heart is warmed. Durple likes the weird act I put on when I'm doing the hosting, so that makes me feel good. However,
Yeah, but
Durple
Durple also
likes
loves
Logan.
Logan.
So.
Yeah, that's true. I think he likes me ironically. I don't think it's a real like.
I think if you want to go like full Guy Smiley host, you need to go like and get like a checkered sport coat.
I was gonna put on
In
the
this
sport
heat?
coat, but it's really hot.
Right.
Like you can probably hear it, but I've got my air conditioning, like right here. Like I'm standing here, and this is my air conditioning. Like it's literally like right on me. And the people. Here's some inside baseball. The people on the screen with me, my co-stars, have me on Skype, and they cannot. They don't have the same camera as the people on Twitch have, so they didn't see my what I just did right there. But I moved the
watching
camera to see my thing. So I literally right here. I got my hand on my air conditioning unit right now.
I like
Jason
the
just
host
entered the dark
persona.
zone.
Just make them less hostile.
Yeah, well, that's just. I think that might have been the gin, or it also is my personality. I am a little bit more aggressive than, especially Evan. Evan is one of my favorite people on the planet, and he was my first choice for a host of this show because he's wonderful and splendid and exactly what I want as a host for this show. I never wanted to be the host of a show like this. I like being the team captain. That's where I think I thrive. That's where I think my skills are. It's also where I think Brendan and Jason's skills are. However, there are only 2 teams. So Jason was my first choice because fuck Brendan.
Suck it, Brendan.
Yep. I am this game's least favorite person.
No,
I was the last choice for sure.
No, Logan, you were right up there.
I said no for the first time, and that's how they get you.
I know a lot of people.
That's what I thought too.
One of the things that I like about my life is that I know a lot of incredibly talented and wonderful people. And you guys are my favorites. So it's not enough to be super mega talented, but I also need to love hanging out with you. And that's why you guys are on the show.
Yay.
Hugs.
Woo.
Super hugs. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking because I have a tendency to steamroll everybody and talk all the time. So what else has been going on? People in the chat, what do you want to know about us? What do you want to know about the game? Anything you want, and we are paying attention. So we are going to talk to you guys as much as you want because that's what we're here for in the after show.
Jason is floating around in this zero gravity.
To be
I
fair,
find it rather disturbing.
One of the people in the chat pointed out that you are in the Knights of the Old Republic spaceship or something. Is that a thing?
This is the Millennium Falcon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Durple Panda was.
Is that something that somebody actually said, or are you just messing it up because you don't?
Somebody
for real. No,
somebody actually said
it.
that because they were sort of wrong.
Yeah, in the first round, someone said. Yeah, someone in the first round said you were in the spaceship from KOTOR.
But to be fair, the spaceship in KOTOR was designed to be very, very similar to the Millennium Falcon. So, I realized with great horror that I didn't eat anything during that entire episode. So I'm going to make myself a grilled cheese on camera now.
Not only was Evan not the host, but you forgot to eat dinner during the show. Oh,
I know.
This Codenames is just... I should just delete it now.
No, Pippi wants to know how we all know each other.
So Fred Pipi is Sean. We four of the 5 of us know Sean Fred Pipi from our work at the Comic-Cons. But I'll go first so I can shut up for the next little bit. I met Paul because when I started doing comedy, one of the things that I knew I wanted to do when I was doing stand-up comedy when I started was that I wanted to perform as much as possible, and that included driving from Ottawa to Montreal because you could only perform about 3 nights a month in Ottawa. So I said if I drove to Montreal, I could perform a lot, and Paul was gracious enough to put me on a lot of his shows. And because of Paul, I got a lot of stage time. I got a lot of really cool experiences out of it. And Paul is officially the first person to pay me to do comedy. So if you like my comedy, you can thank Paul. And if you dislike my comedy, you can thank Paul. I met Brendan through the comedy scene as well, mostly working with Absolute Comedy, which is a great club. And I met Brendan through that. And then he liked me enough to put me on his shows. And now we're best friends. And I love his kid. And I love his wife. And I love everything that happens there. And we room when we both host Comic-Cons. Jason, I met through Paul, doing the exact same stuff, the same type of comedy. Jason was the first comedian I ever saw where I thought his jokes were not only funny but incredibly intelligent, pulling references that nobody else was pulling. So I loved seeing him. And then also we have found out that he loved board games, and I love board games, and so we love comedy. We do comedy together, and when we tour together, we play a lot of board games. And I know Logan because he works at Absolute Comedy. We are stand-up comedians, and the very first time I ever... What was that show, Logan, where I had to talk for 45 minutes? Do you remember that show? That was the first time I did a show with you.
No, I think we'd done one before that, but we actually sat down and it was I forget the place. It was it was a chain of restaurants in Ottawa that closed down a while ago. But anyways, it was a garbage. I don't know whose gig it was, but it was garbage. And there was 5.
It was the first literal open mic I'd ever done, where it was just somebody went up, There was no real host. They just said, hey, we're doing comedy. They brought one person up, and then they said, well, there are no more comics. And then they just left the mic on. And so we just went up a second time. I think we all did like 2 or 3 sets because we're just like, the mic's still on and there's still people in here. Go and tell more jokes.
There was 4 people, and you just sat down and started telling them Disney stories.
That's true. Oh, God, I forgot the Disney jokes. But that's, and now all of these people, this is really fun because Evan is another one of my really great friends that I met years and years ago before I even started doing comedy, when I was still doing sketch comedy. But these 5 guys, easily some of my favorite people in the world. And the ones that follow the absolute rule of it's not important. They're mega talented, but I don't like them because they're talented. I like them because I can spend 24 to 68 hours in a bus with any one of these gentlemen. And that is me and all of my stories on how I know these guys. And I will stop talking for at least 20 minutes. Good night.
Why don't Logan go next so I can remember how I know him?
So we all know each other from comedy.
Yeah, through Tim, Paul. I met you years and years ago at Comic-Con when you first started Battlecom. And I was hanging out with Tim at a Battlecom. Like, I think it was when you, Gavin Stevens, and then another guy did a show. It was downtown. It was like in a little loft place, and like 4 people showed up. And I think Zaffitz. Tim was opening. I met you there. No, it wasn't Zaffitz. I forget. It was like it's above a little rock bar. But that was like, I don't know, 7 years ago, 6-7 years ago. And then I did Battlecom a few years ago, like 3 or 4. I think Tim hooked that up.
All right.
But glad that you didn't remember me.
I don't know if I've known Logan or Tim the longest. Probably close to around the same time.
It's a tie,
I would say. And then I met Paul and Jason at Comic-Con as well. Tim was the one who brought me into Comic-Con as a host. And since then, I've made good friends with Cliff, who anyone who knows Cliff from Comic-Con, from Montreal and Ottawa, knows
He's
that
the
he
head
is
production manager.
Nicest human beings you could meet. And they keep asking me back. And if I don't have another gig and nothing else comes up that's going to be as fun or entertaining, rewarding, then Comic-Con it is. Especially if Tim's there, because any excuse to share a bed with that guy.
Jason's making dinner.
Keep your hands warm.
He's gonna. The problem is the next question is also for Jason. So I can see you got your headset still on, Jason. But you're gonna need to answer how you know us, which is usually it was probably pretty much the same questions as us. But Jason, because you are wicked smart, and to be fair, between you and Paul, you guys are the smartest people on the panel right now. But how do you have any good advice on handling? Do you have any good advice, Jason, on handling anxiety about pretty much everything?
Yeah. Do you want a comedy answer, or do you want a real answer?
It's the after show. We want a real answer and then a punchline.
Because the secret is, the answer is kind of the same for both. It's give less of a shit. And that's how I deal with anxiety. That's the comedy answer. The serious answer is also give less of a shit. If you just ask yourself, the thing you're nervous about, is it something you're even going to remember the details of 30 years from now? The answer is no. Well, I'll be dead in 30 years, so who cares? The world is ending. It doesn't matter.
But I think that is really great advice. Sorry, I spoke over you, so I think I cut you out. What did you say?
I said nothing matters anymore because these are the end times.
Right.
Look at that. Little too toasty on one side of the grilled cheese.
AMAC the Barbarian wants a real comedy answer. Apparently, he didn't like your punchline.
The best way to deal with alcohol is gin. Anxiety.
The best way to deal with alcohol is anxiety. By the way, I've moved to water because I can't feel my lips. By the way, so there's a joke question from Derpel, who's one of my favorite people that I've ever met on Twitch. But Derpel's asking Logan if you use beard oil. But I legitimately, what's the grooming procedure on your magnificent mane?
I don't use it. I don't use beard oil all the time. I have a ton of beard oil. My girlfriend actually bought me a whole bunch of essential oils to make my own beard oil, and I haven't done it yet. So I probably should.
On beard oil's function, because I considered getting some when this got really long before I got a clipper. But then I went with a beard softener instead.
It helps moisturize your face as well. So it makes your beard smell nice, and it gives the oils help keep it looking good. I don't know. I'm not a beard expert. I just have one on my face.
Yeah.
And then I trim it. I trim it every once in a while. When it starts getting a little bit too long and shitty, I trim.
I'm
not a beard expert. I just have one on my face.
Darren Henwood actually got sponsorship
on your face.
Darren Henwood has a sponsorship? What?
He had sponsorship for his mustache.
Oh, wow.
Because his mustache is almost as famous as he is. Maybe it's more famous. I'm not sure. But
Darren Henwood is an amazing comedian who deserves to be known more. But to be fair, I do think his mustache may be more famous than he is.
Well, I mean, the mustache was famous when he inherited it.
True.
Darren is just the latest in a long line of people with that mustache.
Yep, Captain Morgan just follows on down through the alcohol. Do I actually get a chance to answer how I met everybody?
No. Logan, how was your day? No, of course you can, Paul.
I was at the cottage.
I think first out of these people that I met was, I think I met Brendan first by going to Ottawa to do comedy, but then I met Jason. Jason here in Montreal, and I quickly drafted him into BattleCom because he was intelligent, smart, and nerdy. BattleCom existed far longer before it actually got to the Comic-Cons, and when the Comic-Cons asked me to help with the hosting, it just took a couple years to put the team together that included Tim, Jason, Brendan, Kirsten, and it's been moving that way ever since.
It was very cool. There's been a lot of talk about the Comic-Cons in this after show. The Comic-Con gig came about. Jason, Paul, Brendan, and I are hosts for a Comic-Con company in Canada that does the Ottawa Comic-Cons and the Montreal Comic-Cons. They do others. They don't invite us, so I'm not going to advertise Winnipeg and Quebec. So
I thought you guys did. I thought Jason, you did Quebec.
Did Jason go to Quebec? I don't know if he went to Quebec. But and also in our chat, Frot PP also works for that same company. But that is, it's an amazing company that I love working with. That gives me some amazing opportunities, and I really enjoy being around. But that all came about because Paul Ash got asked to do BattleCom at Comic-Con, and then we saw...
How can you keep giving that answer while Brennan's just eating a brick of cheese?
Because I'm looking away from the cheese. Because I
white chocolate as well.
I'm looking into the camera as though to make a connection with the viewers and Triscuits. But yeah,
just an entire brick of cheese, and you were still giving an honest answer.
Yes. This is important stuff to me, Logan.
I do want to point out that Cliff had come to me complaining about the people that he had hosting.
Yeah.
Because they were people who put themselves above the audience, and a good host, especially at Comic-Con, is somebody that is going to be there just to act as an intermediary, so people can get the best quality time they can with the stars that are on the interview dais.
I absolutely agree. That's why, and I think that's why we do our job so well. It's also why I wanted all of you guys to be part of Codenames. There's something important about...
Just took a while to invite me.
Well, no. Okay. since it's the after show, we can get some real inside baseball going. This originally was an idea that I had. I wanted to do. I asked Evan to host.
And I suck at Codenames.
I asked Evan to host, and I wanted to have a rotating cast of people I love. And I asked my favorite people first, the people that are closest to my heart, and the people who would answer my phone calls. And they are Brendan and Jason and Logan. And I said, would you like to play Codenames with me? And they said, sure. And then we played one game, and I said, cool. And they said, are we doing this again next week? And that's when I realized that I wasn't going to be able to tell any of them that they aren't playing next week. And so Codenames is always the 5 of us because I love my friends. Evan went on vacation, and I said, yes, I get to invite another one of my friends, and shit, I have to host it. But then I got to ask Paul to be on my show. And so one of the things I'm thinking about now is next Thursday, obviously, Evan will be back. It'll be back to the original squad. I'm thinking of just rebranding that one Codenames All-Stars. But I'm thinking of moving a show to Monday called Codenames The New Class, where I do have a weekly rotating show. The only problem with that show is I will host it. And I don't know if that's a good idea. But I do love this game, and I want to do it as much as possible. Yes, Brendan, please be honest.
No, on it.
Oh, can you be on it? Yeah, of course. All 5 of you can be on it.
The new class.
The new class. We're just do it twice a week.
Can Derpal Panda be on it, and can I be his partner?
Okay, spoiler alert, people who don't want spoilers. I am already in discussions with Derpal Panda. We're friends from Twitch, and he does a really cool gaming channel. You should follow him. And he's friends with a guy named Chris Eats Games. The format for Codenames The New Class would be I would ask 2 people that I think are very talented, and they would bring a friend. Because you know what, this is a thing that happens sometimes with Battlecom, where it's Paul brings in these amazingly talented comics, but the problem is the breadth of comics across North America is so wide that sometimes the 4 comics won't know each other. And so there's just something about not knowing anybody on the panel that makes it a little bit harder. Yeah, it gets too polite and it gets a little bit harder. There's no bullshitting with each other the way that we can with Codenames. And so I don't want that to happen on Codenames New Class. So I would ask one talented person to bring a friend. They would be the team captain and they would have their special guest. And that way everybody would be able to make fun of each other and have a lot of fun. But I would
I want to point out I have no problem shitting on Logan just because I know that Derpal is going to be there to pick them up.
And to be very, very fair, Logan and Paul have this feud that I think is the most hilarious thing and the reason why I love both these men so much, because they can have this much fun knowing that they're both coming from the same background. So I haven't looked at the chat for a while.
It's not a feud.
I know. Well, no, you literally called it a feud. Like, I'm only calling it a feud because you called it a feud.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. It's a real feud.
Derpal is asking to be on your team, though, Logan. So I'm giving this out now. When I do organize Codenames The New Class, Derpal, when I ask you, you get to bring a guest. If you'd like to reach out to your great friend Chris Eats Games, who's super funny and I really like him, you can do that. But if you'd like to forsake your friend Chris and choose to partner with Logan, I'm not going to say no.
It makes sense if we're calling it like the B team or something, because that's where Logan should be relegated to.
Codenames the B team? Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you, Jason. You should be on the B team.
Only if the B team stands for the best team.
No, the B team stands for Underground Pumpkins. God damn it, Jason.
Oh God.
I thought the reason I wasn't included in the original is because we played Codenames I think 3 or 4 times at Tim's place, and Tim just kind of looked at me at one time and just slammed on the table and went, "How does your brain work? This does not make sense."
But it's true. You make the most amazing connections, and all of us are like looking for these first level connections. So if you're like burnt, we're like burnt toast, and you're like, no, burnt is like burnt auburn, and auburn was the hair of Emily in this Bronte sisters novel. So obviously
Doesn't that
burnt
mean he's
is
bad
sisters.
Doesn't that mean he's bad at the game?
No, it means he's good if
But I still beat
you're
you
on
in
the
the first
same
three.
wavelength.
He just
For
gives
example,
Adam
that came
West
out today
Batman
because
clips.
flyers are litter, but its flyers also go on notice boards, and Jason didn't get boards as the second thing for flyers.
To be fair,
He's
when
like
you
the
gave
Sherlock Holmes of guessing.
when
and
you
giving
gave the
answers.
flyers clue, I
With a cat
thought
on-
flyers as in like people. I'm like, okay, first flyers you hand out. Second, flyers are a hockey team, but also flyers. I'm like, okay, boarding a plane because they're flyers, and plane was another one. I'm like, well, planes are flyers. And so, like, when you said flyers, I'm like, I can connect like 5 of these, especially if I'm trying to think like Paul. But that is not why you're not on the thing.
And Jin helps
There's
to
some-
think like me.
Remember
God,
the
yeah.
part where Tim said he was going to go first and then not talk for 20 minutes?
When has that ever been a thing, Jason? I, by the way, while you were away making dinner, I let everybody talk.
Thank you,
What's
Student
mine?
Monkey.
I got crackers.
So I met everybody.
Yeah, because Jason never got to his thing.
Well, no, it's not that he never got to his thing. It's that he left during his time.
He's hyperglycemic, Tim. Let the man eat.
Don't yell at me. If he's hypoglycemic or hyperglycemic, it's his fucking responsibility to make a goddamn meal before 8:30 on Thursdays on Twitch TV /Tim_Riel.
Dear Plapanda wants to know what we think of cancel culture. Is that a third rail we want to touch?
We skipped it.
And I was actually hoping to hear Jason's talk on how he met everyone.
Yes,
And
Jason.
is
How
Logan
did you
wearing
meet everyone
like
on the panel?
Captain America tighty whities? What? Like when he stood up there, I saw a little too much.
Isn't he wearing a onesie right now?
No, that's me.
Yeah. Okay, who had
I'm
tighty
wearing a
whities?
onesie.
Wait, I missed the
It
tighty
looked like
whities.
Logan. Yeah.
Logan's got tighty whities?
Like Captain America tighty whities, like red bands and
Logan's
then
only
white
now
with
hearing.
shield.
Because he
I think
like
he's
took
just
out
wearing
his
tan
headphones.
pants.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not wearing underwear. What are you talking about?
You know what tighty whities are?
No, I'm not wearing them.
Those went down his legs.
Oh.
Jason,
Oh,
go
you're
ahead.
wearing
Panda's
striped
calling
shorts?
us out in the chat right now. Durple's like, if you don't pick a side, you're with the oppressor. Okay, Durple, who's the oppressor?
Those who are taking advantage of people.
Paul. We know what the
in
oppressors
Power of
are,
Comedy.
but who are they? Who are they? We need to know if Durple thinks that Trump supporters are the oppressors or if the liberal elitists are the oppressors. Durple, who are the oppressors?
Listen, I
The
don't.
lizard nurses. Absolutely, Sam. You nailed it.
Because what does the nurse do when you get to the doctor's office? They put you on a scale and they weigh you. And what do reptiles have on the outside? Scales.
Scales and weight.
Scales.
Wait, sorry. Did I take that too
Scale.
And nurses use tongue depressors.
far? Mazel Tov just said leprechauns and fucking. The callback game in the chat is incredible because they
Speaking of
are
callbacks,
mammals.
Mazel Tov cocktail nailed scale when I gave that clue.
I
He was-
know.
He said so in the chat. He had it 100% right.
People
Paul noticed
who are
that he had it
contestants
right.
right now and people who will be contestants in the future, sign into Twitch to watch the chat. Like, oi.
Leprechaun. Nice.
Anyway, we still haven't heard how Jason met all of us.
At comedy shows.
Cool. Moving on. You don't have any interesting stories? You don't have an interesting story about meeting me, but Paul seems to think that there is a riveting one about him.
Go on.
I do remember when I met Tim, though, actually, because
Really?
I was running back then the open mic at the Comedy Nest, co-running along with Peter, and
Right.
it was early on in my doing it, and I had just been doing comedy long enough to not completely suck anymore, and it was an open mic, and it was a particularly rough night where everybody was really bad, and everybody was like either high-fiving themselves for how great they thought they were, and they weren't, or they were running around in a panic about how badly they did. And there was just one guy sitting at the bar by himself, minding his own business, perfectly calm, perfectly quiet. Thought he was an audience member. The host called up Tim. He got up, went up on stage, was the only funny person all night, and then left and sat quietly and finished his drink. And I was like, who is this guy who knows he's funny?
Oh, that's very sweet. And I wish anybody in the chat who has been watching the Codenames things also thought that I could pull off funny.
And I like the fact that Tim, you always refer to your early times in Montreal as completely sucking, as in being the punch to the gut to your ego.
I was so bad. Like I watch videos of my first 3-4 years, and I'm just like, how did anybody ever hire this kid? Like, this guy was not funny, and it just makes me feel good yeah. I think I faked. I think I had a talent in faking it. I think I had a history of being on stage, so it was easy for me to seem comfortable. But I don't think I've been. I think I started being funny at most 2 years ago.
You have a skill for hyperbole.
Funny. You just have to be funny relative to the other people who also just started.
True.
Which is a low bar to clear.
I have to remember one instance in which I was going through a very bad year. And I think it was 2 days after Robin Williams died. And I just sort of tossed my phone to Jason. I said, can you start the recorder on this? And the set that I delivered that night was so cathartic. And it was one of those nights that the crowd didn't want to laugh, apparently, but I managed to squeeze some laughs out of them. And then the person who hosted, who couldn't get a laugh all night, felt very weirded out by how I left that set, talking about suicide. Like this comfortable silence.
I wasn't there.
No, that's the serious conversation that Derpal Panda wanted, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm pandering because I'm going to win Derpal away from Logan.
Okay, so what's about... Tim's about to shed a drunken tear. Absolutely.
Good luck.
One of the things, and these guys already know this, but one of the things that that is maybe different from my on-stage persona is that I give so much of a shit about the people I care about liking me. So it's the place where I'm most sensitive. It's the people that I love. I strive to be worthy of their love. And so, yeah, definitely going to be shedding a tear every time I talk about the people that I care about in my life. But speaking about first shows, you guys keep talking about stuff. Paul, I'm going to go get something that's super special to me about you.
Okay. I want to point out the fact that Mazel Tov did mention that Tim was very vague about having his history of being on stage. And that history, he was wondering if it was a history of stripping, and the answer to that is resounding. Everybody all together, yes. That was. I mean, he's not wasn't everybody together.
Nobody would ever pay to see me naked. In my nerd shrine. Oh, that's my child. I
would pay to see you naked, Tim. Show me your dick.
I can't show you my dick. You'd have to be in person. It's not big enough.
And keep on Twitch.
So this thing right here is what I call my nerd shrine. And it has all of my paraphernalia. And working at Comic-Cons, I get a lot of stuff signed. And it's really cool. And it's a thing that I like to show off to brag. But one shelf in there is my comedy accomplishments. And this $20 bill is one of the things in there. And this is a $20 bill that Paul Ash handed me for my first payment for doing stand-up comedy, and it's from Battlecom at the Comedy Nest in Montreal, April 5th, 2013. I still have it, and I will never spend it. And if I ever become famous, it's going to be in a frame. But Paul Ash, you are the reason why I thought it was okay to pay me to tell comedy jokes.
You wrote on a Canadian bill. You know that's a federal offense, right?
The fuck out of me for my heart.
I honestly had absolutely no idea you could make that kind of money doing comedy.
You got paid the same night. Or did I pay Tim for the gas? I'm not sure.
Yes, I got bonus because I drove from Ottawa. You did pay more to anybody who was driving.
Okay.
But no, anybody who doesn't understand that Jason's joking. Jason and I are both pretty much the same level of a comedian, and so he gets paid okay.
I, on the other hand, I have not had a day job since 2016. I've been surviving totally on my art. Thankfully, I don't eat as much as my body seems to show that I should. I do acting and comedy. And acting, thank God that pays. And I'm in a city that allows me to do it.
Absolutely. Now, with all of those things said, Brendan is not on the same level as the rest of us. Brendan's amazing. Is a touring international headlining comedian. Brendan, you want to tell us about some of your favorite stories on the road? Oh, wait, hold on.
Thanks for asking.
Never mind, Logan. Logan's got a question. Sorry.
Oh, we were about to get to the part where Brendan has been shipped overseas to perform for the troops.
But no, I'm just fucking with you.
But no,
Logan can answer his question later. Brendan does some pretty incredible things. And like Jason said, he does a lot of the USO shows. So tell us your highlights of your career.
Canadian.
Me or Logan?
No, he doesn't do he does the USO tour, Paul. He doesn't do the Canadian one. He's
really?
a better comedian than us. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's Armed Forces Entertainment.
Oh, okay. You got shot at for non-Canadians?
Yeah.
We started in Kuwait, and actually in Kuwait and Iraq, there was Canadians at both bases. In Kuwait, I bumped into somebody who lived 10 minutes away from my house. Because I said where I was from, and I asked them where they were from, and they said, you probably haven't heard of it. I'm like, I'm a Canadian comedian. Try me. Because we've been to every small town in Canada. And so they're like, Stittsville. And I'm like, you're 10 minutes from my house. You're 10 minutes from my house.
At least they weren't from Dildo, Newfoundland.
Yeah.
So the Derples question is actually a really interesting one. Do any of us have a background in improv, and do we recommend it? I'll start so I can let you guys talk, and I can stop talking for a while. I do have a background in improv. I love improv. I moved away from improv when somebody pointed out that sketch comedy was improv where you get to keep improving the good idea you had during your improv. So once you've developed a scene in improv and you're like, that was hilarious, you don't get to do it again because it's improv. But sketch comedy did let you write a better joke. And then once I started doing sketch, I was like, okay, you can like really hone it and make it amazing and great. And so I love sketch. And then all of my friends stopped doing sketch because they got old and got jobs and had kids. And so I started doing stand-up comedy because I still wanted to entertain people and I still had ideas in my head. And then the improv came back because when you're on stage and weird shit happens, improv absolutely helps. Having that background of being able to just come up with something on the fly or being able to respond to something in the instant and be confident that you're on a funny path. That's the difference between improv and everybody else, is that if you don't have an improv background, you don't have the instincts to go to understand that it doesn't matter what I say, it's going to be good because my brain knows the story. But with improv, you have that confidence. And so you're like, oh, it doesn't matter what I say, my brain will be able to turn it into something. And so I think improv is great. And yes, I do have a background in improv. Brendan?
I do want to actually. I just want to mention, respond to AMAC, who asked if Brendan does different material for the troop. Do different material. You want to make sure that the troops deserve to get the funny material as well.
So Brendan,
that's cool. That's a good one. That's a good one. Anyway, one of us has been paid to travel the world. The other you. So let's go into this. I'm going to answer both these questions. Yes, we have to do a little bit of a different material for the troops. There's things that you can't touch on, but it's not much. A lot of it is just swearing, so that's fine. I don't need to say fuck to get a point across in a joke. You can trade it out if you need to. The other one for improv, I did improv for about 7 years or so before I stepped on stage for the first time. I was teaching improv workshops, and I coached an improv team for my old high school. And I wrote jokes for about a year before I finally moved to Toronto. And my goal moving to Toronto from Sudbury, which is where I'm from, was to do Second City. That's what I wanted, Second City main stage. Yeah. Then I did stand-up for the first time. And as soon as I said, thank you very much, good night, well, not even that. Just being on stage by myself, knowing that I was in charge of everything like that. I was in charge for how well it went and for how bad it went. It was all reliant on me. Whereas the improv that I did in Toronto, I had high expectations because of how good my high school improv team was. And then in Toronto, it just seemed like everybody just jumped into the scene like, oh, you should see what that cheese wheel does. Well, I guess shouldn't have punched that none. Oh, looks like the woodchuck got out. And like, what's going on? No one is doing anything improv related to set anybody up. I did stand up for the first time, said thank you, good night. It went really well in a sold out Yuck Yucks, oddly enough. Well, not oddly enough, it's a great club. And they're not watching, Brendan, that's fine. Yeah, neither one of them has the internet. And I was just, immediately was just like, okay, well, that's done. I'm super glad that I have the background in improv, because when I host a show now, I just go up without really preparing anything, which is great because you're just having a conversation. You're not trying to force something to be funny. You're just going up and having a conversation and knowing that, like, yeah, something will happen here, and we'll be able to play around with that a little bit. Dirtle Panda. Poor Brendan. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's weird, Brendan. I have to disagree with that because you said with stand-up, like you were responsible for how well it went or for how badly it went. And that hasn't been my experience with stand-up at all. I find that when it goes well, that's because I did really well. And when it goes badly, that's the audience's fault.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Logan, what's your...
I know that, like, but you know what I mean? Like, in that first like 2-3 years, where you're just like, oh, this could be so funny. Check out this joke on how everything is extreme right now.
Yeah, I remember it was the audience's fault a lot back then.
Yeah. It's not the audience's fault about 4 years in.
Yeah.
Logan, you got any improv background?
I do not. That's why I put Brendan does, because I knew that he had a big improv background. No, I like improving though, but just on stage. I like messing with the crowd a bit. It's fun, but that's no actual improv experience with like you guys.
Paul?
Yeah,
I've taken a couple improv courses. I've been in a couple shows where it's been stand-ups versus improvs, doing improv, and every time I've done that, the stand-ups have actually won, which kind of makes me feel justified.
Well, it's something that was taught to me early on, Paul, not to take anything away from the stand-up's win, but I was told very early on.
I don't always go for the joke.
There is an open mic for everything. So you may not have been at the top caliber of the improv guys.
No, it was sort of, at the time, it was the top people in the Montreal improv scene.
Wow.
Yeah.
The thing about improv, though, is that, like, when stand-up goes really well, it looks like someone really prepared and honed their craft and went up and performed well, and that's remarkable. And when improv goes really well, it's fucking witchcraft. It looks like magic.
Yeah.
You're never gonna get a stand-up crowd as amazed as an improv crowd when improv works. It's just that stand-up works 4 times as often as improv.
The way that I saw it when I was doing the difference between when I was doing improv to when I was doing sketch or stand-up comedy was that sketch or stand-up comedy I can perform in front of any audience. I can do it in the surprise bar shows that sometimes we have to do where you go to a bar and then somebody yells, "Surprise, stand-up comedy's happening," and then you have to go up and do comedy to people who didn't know a comedy show was going to happen. I can do stand-up or sketch for that group, no problem. But improv, you absolutely needed the audience to know that they were in for an improv show. Because if they knew it was an improv show, they would be amazed at the magic that was happening. But if you had an audience who didn't care about anything or didn't even know a show was going to happen, improv could not work in that audience. You needed to sign up for improv to work.
I've actually taken a bullhorn into a dance club to do stand-up, slip the DJ $10 to play that was a long time ago, so it's probably up to $20 now, and did stand-up until security could find us, which is its own kind of, it'd be surprised. You could get laughs. You could also get punched.
Yes. Before we move on, I just want to say Sam, who is Suited Monkey in the chat. Sam, thanks for joining us. We will see you tomorrow. I'll be in the chat for BattleCom, which you'll be watching. Paul will be there. Jason will be on the show. BattleCom at 8:30 at Tag Amusements on Twitch TV. And Sam, thanks for stopping by. It's you're an amazing person, and I'm glad I know you through Twitch. And I hope to see you again next week. Anyway, moving on. Who hasn't answered the improv question? Oh, Jason, you used to do sketch. I know you did sketch. I don't know if you did improv.
Yeah, and I did improv, and I started improv and stand-up at about the same time. Anyone who wants to do stand-up should do some improv. At the early days, it just gets you way more comfortable with things not going exactly according to plan in your stand-up. Gets you more comfortable with silence too, yeah, but just more comfortable on stage. The only reason I stopped doing improv is that I started dating my ex, and then there were too many things going on, and I needed to cut something somewhere. Yeah. And improv lost.
Improv doesn't pay.
Well, at the time, neither did stand-up so much. But while I've got the microphone, I'm going to take this opportunity to say goodnight to everybody, because I said I would do this for a couple of minutes, and then I made a sandwich, and it's been an hour, and I need to go to bed because I have responsibilities tomorrow, and
I think that's a good. I think it's a good place to wrap it all up. Is everybody okay with wrapping it all up?
I I got to go out and do the mall walk thing while the old people are away, and so I can get some exercise without any COVID people around.
All right.
Malls are open at 11 o'clock.
Well, thanks to everybody in the chat who stuck around for the after show. This was a blast. We love having you here, and this is legitimately my favorite thing happening right now, period. So thanks for joining Codenames Live. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making this worthwhile. I'd like to thank my guests for being the amazing human beings that I love the most in the world. And you already know where to find all these people, but find Brendan Mckiegan, the only Brendan Mckiegan on the internet. Find Logan Avery-Cooper, the only Logan Avery-Cooper on the internet. Jason Hatrick, like the scoring in sports, but with only one T. Paul Ash. Look for Paul Ash Comedy or Tag Amusements or Kick Ash Comedy, because as Paul has said, there are a minimum of 32 people. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out this long. Guys, thanks for joining me again for Codenames. I love you guys more than anything. We'll see you again next week, 8:30, Twitch TV, Tim_Riel. Thank you so much. Guys, have a good night.
And thank you, Tim.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Tim, bye.
Bye.
Drink some water before bed, Tim.
Yes.
Good luck at work tomorrow, Tim.